This version of It's Eric Nagel has been modified from its original broadcast. Content has been edited to fit this platform.
Believe none of what you hear and half of what you see.
Are you ready? I said, are you
ready? It's Eric Nagel. It starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen of the universe, the next voice you hear, it's Eric Nagel.
And thank you, Scott Shannon. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the program. I am Eric Nagel, and joining me, as always, my co-host, the only guy in radio not sentenced to 15 days for revenge porn. Say hello to Jordan. Hi, Jordan. Look,
hi, everybody.
All the buttons, everyone gets sick.
I know. Everyone's going to vomit now.
I know. How are you?
Hi, everybody. I'm good. How are you?
Good. Got a lot to get to today,
yes,
as always, but we have to start off with the usual rigmarole. If you're listening on the iHeartRadio app, please do us a kindness. Can I get it right this time? Oh, I did, but I'm not even in the picture. There we go. Put us in the number one position on the app. We're told it helps. That's all we know. That's what we were told, and then they never spoke to us again since then. If you're on Apple and Spotify, you can do us a kindness over there. Leave us a positive review. We do appreciate that. I've reached out to Spotify. I don't know how the hell to see the fucking reviews.
Right. Yeah, I've looked on the app itself. I haven't gone to the desktop, but I can't find them either.
I've heard other shows where since this feature came out, they're getting a lot of reviews and stuff on Spotify. I can't find where ours are. They're there, apparently. I just don't know where they are, but that shouldn't discourage you. We will find it, and we will acknowledge all of you once we can. Thank you. If you want to join us live each and every week as we do the show, YouTube and on Twitch are the live rooms, all under It's Eric Nagel. And if you can't do anything live with us, believe me, we understand it. You can watch the videos. You can watch old episodes, everything at your convenience. Go over to the YouTube channel and give us a like and subscribe. It does help out everybody here. All right. What do I have to tell you? Oh, we talked about last week, we're over 1 million views on the channel, which is fantastic. Thank you very much. I didn't check our YouTube numbers. I don't know if we go up at all or if we're not doing anything.
I can check as you,
we don't need to do this every week. I just know because we were on a bit of a roll with numbers coming up. We go right here. We're almost at 4,800 subscribers. So little by little, we're making our way as we can. Temporary layoffs, good time. Easy credit rip-offs, good time. Hanging and a jawing. Ain't we lucky we got them? I quoted good times, but I meant to start singing the Jeffersons Moving On Up. So I just went with it. I sang the wrong television theme song and just kept going.
All those shows look the same.
I desperately need this unofficial sponsor of C4's Hawaiian Punch, by the way. Fantastic.
Is that one good? Mm-hmm. I did try the Welch's grape juice.
Oh, the ghost one from Welch's Grape?
Oh my God. So it smells like you just open up a Welch's grape juice. It tastes like it, but then it has a weird aftertaste, but that doesn't bother me. It was actually really tasty. I'm like, all right, I shouldn't be drinking this at midnight, but it's really, really good. And, it was a good one. That was a really good one.
Oh, good. I'm glad you like that.
Yeah.
They had Ghost had a Southern tea flavor that was out for the summer, and it's gone now, which I don't understand why they're doing that. It was fantastic.
Yeah, I tried looking for it to try to hook you up with some more because I know you like that.
I had other people reaching out, and they said, I never even heard of the flavor. I said, I didn't make it up. I tried 2 cans. That was it. And I went to go look for more, and they don't have it. But the Ghost, the Welch's grape juice is the 1 seed for that, followed by the orange creamsicle, which is fantastic. The rest I know other people love, but they're not for me because they're all tied into Sour Patch Kids flavors.
Yeah.
And I don't care about any of that stuff. And I didn't really like the raspberry and cream. That tasted weird. But the C4 stuff has a deal with Popsicle brand.
Mm-hmm.
So the cherry and grape ones are there. But once I found the Hawaiian Punch, I was like, all right, that's going to be the top flavor for me there.
Nice.
And then we still have all the Celsius that, is sitting there because I switched to other brands. So I got to get back to the Celsius. And I still have Zoa because we're going into the holiday season.
Yes.
And that means the Duanta Claus
Santa Claus.
Holiday Punch will be coming back.
That was a good one. That's what was it? A cranberry orange.
It's home style cranberry sauce. It's cranberry orange and some spices mixed into it.
So good.
I know. A year ago, maybe not even a year ago. I mean, forever I said I hated energy drinks. I didn't like them. They were terrible on my stomach. And then I guess they figured it out. They realized, oh, people don't like drinking kerosene. And if they do, you still have Red Bull for that. But for the other ones, they figured out the flavors. And in these things, too, there's no artificial dyes. It's clear.
Yeah. Well, and that's the weird thing. Like when you get these ones, you're like, oh, I'm going to pour this out. It's going to be some bright red color or bright purple. No, they're clear.
Yep.
Yeah, they just smell good. They taste good. But no artificial dyes.
I know Ghost sponsors a lot of people on Twitch, so I think I'm going to have to reach out to them and say, hey, maybe there's something we can work here. You know, if you want to send me something, maybe even a neon sign. I'll put it back there with all my other neon nonsense.
It's Eric Nagel, sponsored by Ghost Energy.
If they sent me the Ghost logo, that thing would probably be the layover in front of my face.
Well, we're going to replace the It's Eric Nagel 11 and it'll just be a Ghost logo in the corner. I'm fine with that.
Yeah. That is the mating call of the loser. Hello. Chat's open, right? I didn't load up the chat. Open. Chat is open.
Annoyed Wawa supervisor.
There he is. Hello, Mr. Supervisor. Set up an account on Spotify Creators. You can claim your show, and you'll be able to track basic analytics from the... See, that's what I got to figure out then, because our show goes through iHeart Premiere, all that, and then gets separated to everywhere else because they put the ads on our show.
Gotcha.
We don't handle that. So it goes through them, and then it's sent out to all the other platforms. So I got to see how I can do that. Because we also had the, up until the iHeart thing, because Sirius just didn't know what to do with their podcast stuff. They were so far behind on all of that stuff. We opened up a Libsyn account for the show. So while we were doing Sirius, we'd put the podcast out on Libsyn, and that's still running as the backup. So if the iHeart thing goes away, we can just switch the feeds and everything, so nobody loses their inventory, the back catalog, all of that stuff. So we'll have to go out there and log in there and check it out. So the Spotify for Creators, claim your show, and you'll be able to get the base. Okay. I
didn't even think about it going through iHeart, because I know when I was doing the other show, I was running all that extra stuff and all the analytics and stuff like that. So yes, you have to go into Apple podcast. You got to go do your own thing there. I was able to do Spotify, and I can track, any new listeners, who's listening when. So I didn't even think about how it goes through.
Yeah.
Another person before, so you're not actually looking at that through Spotify. So yeah, that's probably
no. I'm not looking at it through Apple, through any of the what was it, Deezer? That one everyone made a big deal for a minute and realized, oh, that's just for loser podcasts. And then that company that puts us all through Southeast Asia, the one out of India.
I still want to track that because I want to know,
I'll see if I can find that login for you, and you can take a look.
Right.
Because look. The old goof is that everything over in India has been stolen from other countries, right? So I would love to find if there were shows that are just repeating what we're talking about, our nonsense, but they're the Hindu or Muslim versions of us.
Autumn Shank, yeah.
He's their answer to Brian Dennehy.
Autumn Shank.
So yeah, if we can figure that out, see who's stealing our stuff in India, that'd be hilarious, because I'd play them. I'd bring them over here.
Fantastic.
You gonna flag them? No, let them keep doing it. Hell, maybe they'll eventually make episodes without us, and I'll just steal their copy and put it out.
Could you imagine? We just recycle the content they've stolen from us.
Yeah, it'd be hilarious.
All our show is just a listening show of our show in India.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Supervisor saying, if you're not controlling the RSS, it might be more complicated, wouldn't it? Yeah, I can access it. I have access to the what is their system? Omni? I forget. I have the login, so I can do all of that stuff and find it there. So maybe I can do all of that. I'll figure it out. Now that I know that you have to, I guess you got to go and set it up and claim your show. So we'll do that and figure out.
All of this is just to say we're pretty big time. Other people do that stuff for us.
Apparently, because I'll tell you, once this, get out of here, Wawa, right over here. Once this goes away, that's all going to be on me, and then I'm going to be like, juggling, trying to figure all that shit out. So
I'm going to have to start learning some stuff around here, and I don't like it.
Mr. Supervisor is saying, I actually didn't listen to this show until 2024. It was exclusive to It's Raj Sharma.
That's the show name. It's Raj Sharma.
It's all right. That
Please.
is up for it's Raj Sharma. Or if we can find like a Hindu take on Eric.
I really want me to be played by
Like Spanish would be
Dev
Enrique, even though that's
Right.
Henry. Sorry, what were you saying?
I want to be played by Dev Patel. That's my version out there in the Indian podcast.
I'll be played by Cal Penn.
The I work for the government got fat Cal Penn, or like I'm gonna go get some.
Well, obviously
White
fat
Castle
Cal
Cal
Penn. I'm not going to be Raj from Van Wilder. I don't have those abs.
sliding off the bed, too much baby oil.
Yeah, I want to look like, the Obama administration Cal Penn, where life
Sure.
was too good and too easy. And, while everything else improved in his life, his
Eating
physique,
well.
went down the toilet. So
Got it.
hello, Mr. Internet Supervisor. Not Internet Supervisor. Internet Celebrity. Maybe this thing is freaking me out already. I'm
You're
all
already
over. I'm bouncing all over the place from this thing here. Hello, Hellraiser. Good to see you, sir. I see you in the chat rooms for Rico. I don't know if you're in there for WATP, but I know I've seen you in there for Rico, or maybe I have it backwards. I don't know. He gets around is the point. Everybody knows him. Our pal Gabby. Hola, Gabby. ¿Cómo estás? What about the South Park take? Make it lesbian. Oh yeah, make it. Put a chick in it, make it lame and gay, which seems to be pretty accurate, especially some of the things that they're putting out there for what's coming next for Star Wars. Like, this is not going to fit that mantra of Disney saying we need to get young men back into our properties. Did you see they released the cost for what were the lesbian space witch show? What was that called?
Oh, the Acolyte. That was expensive. That show was very expensive.
That cost more than the movies did.
I think that's one reason why Disney shuttered it, because they knew they would probably end up spending that kind of money for a season 2. They went too crazy because, like with Mandalorian, it was fairly cheap because you had what they had, the volume where they can film on that. And then they started doing that for other shows. Acolyte got too big in the britches and said, no, we want to do this live, like on location and do all this stuff. And it just got too expensive.
No.
And there wasn't even that big of big actors in it. Like,
from what I understood, Acolyte wasn't on location for a lot of things. A lot of the stuff that looked like daytime and ever was all in studio, and that's why it looked weird. I was reading an article. Was it screen? No, I don't know.
I'm going to need to know where they spent that money. Yeah, fine, but not like.
Let me find that article that I was reading the other night where they were talking about the effects of daylight and everything, and they said, "Do you want to know why Dune 1 and 2 did so well and why it looks so much better?" And goes, because they shot outside.
Yeah,
they were outside in the sunlight. They were doing all that stuff, making it practical, adding in the other stuff. Apparently, the Acolyte or Lights, shot all their daytime scenes indoors, so everything looks artificially created, and that's why it looks like a video game instead of having any sense of realism to it.
You know what I always found funny, and it was just like a weird piece of trivia that I know, is that the remember Castaway with Tom Hanks?
Yeah,
all his night scenes were all filmed during the day, and they just changed the lighting in post.
a lot of places.
But it's weird to think that, like, you would think they would film at night, but yeah, I guess it's just
they did it for Fantasy Island, the horror movie.
I forgot about that movie.
What was the one that was the beach that makes you old?
Oh God, yes, I forget. It's the M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Yeah, maybe
we just call it The Beach That Makes You Old
because of the AI thing with Joe Rogan, where he kept talking about I went to this beach that makes you old. Do you remember that?
I love that.
Yeah, it's hilarious. But yeah, that all the nighttime stuff was shot during the day. They just do the filters and everything to make it look like that twilight dusk period.
Yeah.
Jerry Bashar in the chat, on location in space. Wow. Yes, that's why it cost so much money. They like, well, we saw what the Katy Perry thing was. We need to make it look more authentic than that. Supervisor saying, yeah, it was called Old. So anyway, let's move on. and actually get to the show and do all the stuff. Banter complete.
We did it. Good night, everybody.
Well, first of all, to those who celebrated Yom Kippur, I hope you had a successful fast.
We don't allow those types down here.
I know Weinstein's parents were upset, Superintendent, but I was sure it was a phony excuse. I mean, it sounds so made up. Yom Kippur. I mean,
yeah.
Oh, poor Skinner.
And so, yeah, I hope that went well, because as you're listening to this, it's over. Or if it's Friday, it's over. Or if it's over the weekend, it's over. So hope you had a successful fast. You don't wish a happy Yom Kippur. You just say, hope everything went well. It's very timid.
Again, Arizona tends to not celebrate some of those things. When I was on the East Coast visiting.
By things, you mean blacks and Jews.
Well, we needed that Super Bowl. We don't need anything from the Jews right now, so we'll see.
Well, you never know.
But like, we never really, like, none of that's like heavily celebrated in the schools. You don't get a day off. You don't do any of that stuff. That's like a lot of East Coast. So yeah, I still don't even know what Yom Kippur is, other than a made up holiday.
It's the end of the celebration of the Jewish New Year. It starts with Rosh Hashanah and ends with Yom Kippur.
None of that makes sense to me. Might as well speak Spanish.
Read a book. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway,
they don't make any Jewish comics.
Kid was off, and I thought it'd be an easy day. I was like, all right, this will be the time I can go outside, start laying all the groundwork, reconnecting the wiring, try to get Halloween decorations and stuff up.
Yeah, you had a whole plan laid out. You even
had a whole plan, and I was like, all right, give the kids something to do to help me out while this, because off school. And woke up all congested, fluid in the lungs, went to the doctor, turned out to be a slight case of bronchitis tied in with seasonal allergies. So got the prescriptions, had to do a nebulizer, had to do all this stuff, and apparently will be good enough to go back to school tomorrow, which is what I'm hoping, because we're not doing day 2 of this. We got the weekend to suffer, but we're not doing that for Friday as well. So yeah, kid was off, Yom Kippur in full effect, and it just was weird for this time around. Other religions were going door to door to solicit today.
Really?
I've never seen this happen. 1, at all. 2, especially on any kind of religious holiday of any sort. Did I see competing religions going door to door to try to get you to convert, as if, the cable company was saying, look, I know you got the Fios going on in there, but maybe you need to come back to Comcast or Spectrum or Optimum or any of those things.
I don't think I've ever seen that happen on this side of town. And we usually get, like, the door to doors are usually the witnesses and the Mormons.
Right.
You never see the Catholics out there doing stuff. So that's what was weird, because you don't see the Catholics doing that stuff, because they're almost like the Disney of religions. They'll just guilt you into it. You don't come to us. We don't go to you. You come to us, kind of thing, right? It's usually the smaller or less popular religions that are ones that are at the airport, like Hare Krishnas, or door to door, like the Jehovah's Witnesses. Scientologies have setups almost like radio promotional events. They've got tents, they've got to spin a wheel for prizes and music as you're trying to go into the Winn-Dixie. Yeah, they're trying to get take you as a kid.
Yeah. Oh, we can do that test to see if your midichlorians are off the scale or something. Right. So Yom Kippur going on, and I don't celebrate that. I am not Jewish, but
I have. Sure? I know. Think you are.
According to the internet, if you have a German name, it's like, well, it's kind of iffy. He could be 50-50, where it counts.
God forbid you wish someone a happy Rosh Hashanah or something on the internet, because then
happy Shemiki Akseret. No, figure out that holiday. I'm not explaining it to you. You can Google that yourself. But I've never seen other holidays out there almost as if they're hucking for the Girl Scouts. So 2 different religions showed up at my door today. One was
I'm getting my conversion badge.
Exactly. A family of Jehovah's Witnesses.
Right.
They had the little thing and everything. And I was very polite. I said, I'm not interested, but thank you. And they're like, okay. And they left. That was it. The second one was Catholicism, which I happened to be part of. And the guy showed up, and I'm going to be honest with you.
He's like, they didn't convert you, did they?
Well, no, I'm already there. I just,
That's what I'm saying. Like he's checking to make sure you didn't go the other way.
Yeah. Did you pay your dues? He showed up and I'm seeing in my ring cam. I thought it was like somebody's DoorDash delivery guy. So I hit the button. I go, hello? And like, hi, can I speak to you for a moment? I said, right here is good. Can I help you? And he said, I'm from such and such church that's nearby. And I went, okay, hold on. So religion thing. Now I'm skeptical. 7:30 at night. And we're in the time of the year now where it's dark before 7. So night.
I love it.
And so I open the door. Hello. Hi, how are you? Blah, blah. He's complimenting some of the decorations that up. The dog is barking. Says, oh, we like these dogs. And I go, what can I do for you? And the guy's talking to me about the Catholic Church. I said, well, we are Catholic. Thank you. Oh, you are? Do you go to our church? Do you attend our church? I said, I do not. Well, what church do you, parish? Sorry, what parish are you a part of? And I said, I'm not right now, but I appreciate it. Thank you. And he's like, oh, okay. Have a good day. And then he left. I was like, that's weird. I've never seen Catholics out there.
Go to door to door.
Yeah. Unless it's a Catholic event or a Catholic, based thing. Like if there's a fair going on and, something like that, they're never outside of their own territory is what I'll say. So two different religions coming in.
Kwan's territory. The Catholics are over there.
I own the west. This Pope owns the west side. It was just weird to come in there on a major religious holiday that other religions were out going door to door.
That's
the other thing I was reminded of, because I forget about this. My township has a thing that you register for and you put this little sticker on your door that gives a list to people who are going to go around to solicit that they're not allowed to go to these properties. It's some kind of state law. Right. Interesting.
Like a no soliciting sign on just overall.
Yeah. So there's a law that if you have to willingly register for the list for them to put it out. So if people are going to go to even if you're a neighbor down the block is having construction done, they're putting on a new roof, they're building a new driveway, whatever. They have a list of houses they're not allowed to go to. Say, hey, look, I get it when it's those kind of people. It's like, hey, I'm working on your neighbor's house a couple doors down. I just happen to notice something. If you'd like to talk, I get that. That's not a bad solicitation. I understand that. The other stuff gets annoying, but you get that list. And I forgot we're on that list. I never remember because nobody comes around. So I never remember that. So when they do come around and I'm talking to them, I've seen some other neighbors like, get the fuck out of here. I'm on the list. Don't talk to me. And I'm like, that seems like a bit much, but I get it. That's the purpose of the list and the sticker. It's almost like, what's that scene in The Simpsons where he keeps tapping on the sign? The bus driver. Yeah,
like stay behind like the line.
Yes, do not talk to the bus driver. And he's like, well, where am I supposed to go? And he just taps on the thing again. That's essentially what some of the neighbors do.
I've got a no soliciting sign, but I'm actually at the point now where when people come to my door, especially like younger people, like selling stuff or trying to get you to get like an alarm system for your house, I'm starting to think people don't understand what that sign means. Either they don't care or that part of the vocabulary is gone to them. Because for me, like, I understand that, but, as we've talked about, we're from a different age. So, like, when you put these kinds of things on, you got kids that are under 20, maybe they don't know what it means.
Possible, but I haven't seen kids coming around for that. Like, not even the high school kids. The high school kids, or even the junior high kids for their music programs, their sports programs, whatever.
Everything's digital.
Well, no, they're like I've said in the past, they have things where they set up camp in front of certain retail establishments.
Right.
So like the supermarkets, certain restaurants give them the okay to do that. Target, Walmart, Home Depot, those kind of places they go. And it looks good for the companies that they allow the local sports teams, music groups, not music groups, but like the music program, those kind of things to solicit there. It looks like they're active and part of the community and what have you.
Right.
That's fine. But when you get the door to door or the people trying to sell you solar all the time, it's like tapping on the sticker. It's like, get out of here. Now I'm going to put up a new sign. It says no solicitors, yet prostitution welcome on the bottom. I think that'll drive the point home.
You will be sacrificed.
You will. Wawa supervisor saying it's because door-to-door salesmen are almost exclusively 20 years old who need a 20-year-old who needs a job. These programs tell them to sell in the neighborhood until the cops come, like how how UPS is fine with tick. All right, maybe do the companies tell them that? That's interesting. Because you don't see a lot of door-to-door salesmen anymore. Like people aren't coming around selling you cutlery or the latest in vacuum technology.
Right. I was going to say, yeah, the old vacuum cleaner salesman. I'm going to go pour all this dirt on your carpet. Here, we'll suck it back up.
If John Candy showed up and he's showing me, a variety of bathroom rings to hold up my shower curtain, I might sit down and talk with the guy if it's that. Because I'm like, there's nobody like you out here doing that. You've earned my time, my friend. By the way, the John Candy documentary coming out in 2 weeks. Is it next week?
It's next week. Yeah, the 10th.
10th. Okay. On Amazon Prime. We'll talk about that in segment 2, but I've been excited about that for a while. And then now Ryan's doing the Kevin Smith model, right, where he's been touring with a live performance, if you will, of screening the documentary, Q&A with it, because it's Ryan and John Candy's son who did put it together, and they have special guests. The one they did in Connecticut the other day had David Letterman there, and he sat down with Letterman for a while. And then who's the one he just did? There's one in New Jersey he just did something with. I don't remember, but he's getting all these big people to come and do all that stuff. I like that. When you go the indie route with a movie and you tour it around for Q&A and special guests show up, that kind of thing, that's worth the money going to the theater just to see it by myself. Even
like older movies, like that's how I got to see Paul Rubens live and in person. They did a screening of Pee-wee's Big Adventure, and then he came out and told stories and talked about stuff. And it's like, I like that experience. Like that's one of those things where like I really do enjoy those kinds of things. So yeah, that would be really cool. You just see a Q&A afterwards, especially like people who are involved in the production or like a big name star. Like that's why when Kevin Smith does it. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's like the old way of doing stuff.
I like that a lot. It might be reverting that way more and more as the studios are failing and they're raising prices for everything. We'll get to that a little bit later in the program as well. People showing up in the chat. Hello, Krista.
Hi,
pal Krista. I play Sea of Thieves with her. She's aptly named She's Krista on
Twitch. In case you don't know.
Yeah, so go give her a follow. She likes to dress like an 80s mall chick. And she wears those shirts where it reveals the shoulder all the time. It has the big cutout in the neck, kind of like
like hangs off one shoulder.
What's her name from Weird Science when she's wearing the hot gym outfit, but she's got like the great sweatshirt cut as a tube top, tank top kind of thing, and the shoulder in there. Yeah, she does. She wears that all the time. And I'll tell you this: more provocative than the cam girls on there that are sitting in a bikini with an inflatable pool and a pine tree and something else. Not a pine tree, a palm tree, all that stuff. If I just see a girl sitting there with a ponytail off to the side, like the girl from Napoleon Dynamite, and then a shoulder coming out through the shot, I'm like, I'm more keen to sit. I'll sit here and watch this. This is unusual to me now. That's more alluring than
it reminds me of Kelly LeBrock.
Yeah, how everybody else just puts the goods out there because it's like, it's been done. When you start seeing that kind of stuff, it's like, I don't know what filter that person's using, but she looks like it's an 80s glamour shot. I'm going to watch that feed.
Give it about a week and Girk's going to dress that way just to get more people to watch.
Well, Girk's got to get hair first, and then he can worry about the rest of that.
Yeah.
The Girk Nation on Twitch. Give him a follow as well. Casey, your pal Casey's in the chat. Good evening, boys. Right. How are you? Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Wow, everyone's around today. Fantastic.
Good night.
Doing good. Oh, Krista's in here. Where everything's moving. Here it goes. Not the shoulder making it to the show. Why not? I'd give you the link if you just come and sit there quietly. Just sit there with lopsided with the shoulder. That's all we'd need.
Just put her like really small in the corner, like when people are doing like sign language for shows and stuff like that. She just sits there.
I would do that. Yeah. Jared the Geek saying just like was Jordan talking about with the live movie going experience. I did that twice with Bruce Campbell for different films. It was so much fun. Yeah, he was another guy that would go around and do
that
all that
guy
stuff.
can spin a yarn. Like he can talk for hours. I've seen some live stuff with him too in person, and he is just so fun to watch. He's always dressed up like a sea captain, or like he's like, just retired. He's great. I love him. Yes.
Insane. Let's see who else is around here before we move on to some other things. Our pal Beth is in the chat. Hello, Beth. Good evening, gentlemen. I'm actually awake on a Thursday night and tuned in live. Good on you, but then what do you do Friday or the weekend when you're cleaning your RV or cooking or many of the other things that you enjoy? Do you have nothing to listen to?
Going to Amish country.
Amish country is fun. I have my mom was talking about wanting to come out. She wants to make the trip out to Lancaster, to where we used to stay out there. So we're going to have to go over to the areas where they had like the giant antique stores, all the homemade Amish food stuff. There's a place that sells a lot of decorations for Christmas and Halloween out there. Of course, the cinnamon broom. You got to get a cinnamon broom. Yeah, they've started putting some of those out. They're at Home Depot. Time. Home Depot's got them. You can get them at like Trader Joe's. Right. Some of those places. I need to get a few of them from the office here. I was at Home Depot the other day, and I walked in, and it just smelled fantastic. It smelled like fall, and there they were, cinnamon brooms. I said, all right, I got to get that. Also, some of the supermarkets were selling them too, which I wasn't aware of. But I need to get out to Lancaster because they have a drive-in theater that still does things on film that I've been really wanting to go out, and they always have these like really good theme nights and stuff like that. But now that it's getting colder, they're going to close up shop. So I'm thinking next spring or summer. Colder. By colder, 85 degrees. Look, it's practically snowing here at 85 degrees. We're going to be hitting like triple digits all this week, and I am upset about it. Like, well, I'm pissed. I just want to wear hoodies. Currently, it's in the 50s right now, and I'm enjoying it. What's that like? It was like 65 today, and then it says, beautiful weekend this weather, going back up into the 80s. I said, why? Enough! I'm tired of going outside and it's warm. Yeah, that's pretty much everything. I want it brisk. February. I want a bit of a chill or snap in the air. Yeah, because here's the thing. Like when I went out to the East Coast to visit and was hanging out with Chad and Heather and everybody, I was just amazed. And this is back I think in October, where people had pumpkins out on their porches as decoration. Live, not live, but like real pumpkins out on the porches, stuff like that. I go to stores around here. I went to the Safeway right down the street from my house, and they have all their, artisan pumpkins, all the weird looking ones, the big pumpkins, stuff like that. And I'm sitting there going, it's too hot to have this. Mm-hmm. I can't buy this pumpkin to decorate. It'll be gross in like a week. I just don't understand why we get to do that. It'll catch on fire, and then Jordan's running around the neighborhood like Green Goblin, hucking flaming pumpkins at people. I'll get you, Spider-Man. It's like, what's going on here? This is where Jordan's out again. Well, this area of Arizona is where all the porn stars and apparently comic book villains live. Jared saying Lancaster in California is a lot different than the Lancaster you were going to. That's yes, true. The one in Pennsylvania is right in the heart of Amish and Dutch country. It's fantastic. We have a big Dickens fair at the Cow Palace in Daly City, a whole town built in that place. I don't mind those. I like going to those things. If I travel to the Midwest or Western regions past that have those kind of things where this is the big deal, the big county fair is coming to town. Mm-hmm. I know other people like coastal cities and stuff, they all view it as like, ew, why would you do that? I'd love to go to that. I don't want to live there, but I would love to enjoy all of those activities that they celebrate out there because it's fantastic. And the food's going to be good. And if the food's good, I can deal with everything else. Mm-hmm. I'll walk around the cow pies just to go and get the gigantic, corn dog on a stick, maybe the big pickle on a stick, something on a stick. Put a stick in it. Put a stick in it and I'll eat it. That could also be a show title as well. Casey's saying the javelina will destroy decorative pumpkins. Hey, what was that word again? Is it javelina? Javelina. I forget. You're Mexico adjacent, so yes. Or you could say collared peccary. For the initiated. There's too much out here that'll eat those kinds of things. You got the javelina. You'll get coyotes will sometimes do those. Destroy those things. Hey, you just can't have them out. Javelina, Figaro, Mexico.
We're gonna write those lyrics.
Jared the Geek. Blink-182 is going on stage in about an hour at Aftershock just across the river from me. Why are you here?
Oh, I know. I'm jealous. But I am going to get tickets. I am going to see Blink-182 in February here for the Innings Fest. So not so annoyed.
Mr. Supervisor saying, Eric, are you hip to Korea and their developments in corn doggery? Yes, there is
I love Korean corn dogs.
There is various Super H Marts around me that I go to, and they have all kinds of weird and fantastic versions of the corn dog. Some Costco's actually sell them. You know how you can buy like the frozen corn dogs, like the State Farm, State Fair, or whatever ones. Right. You can get Korean corn dogs. Some that not every location, but some locations across the country at the Costco sells them with the potatoes built around them, so they look like they're just sex toys. But you can get once you pay for them, you can do what you want with them.
That's not my business. What you do in your room,
right?
But yeah, they're delicious, and I have a place locally that has them, and they do the ones with like the sugar on the outside, which surprisingly works really well. And you can get like the fire dog on the inside. You can get the half cheese, half Polish dog in them. Yeah, they're super good. Korean dogs are great.
There was a thing I posted on the consumer account a while back where they were trying to get appeal to the younger masses, and they were making corn dogs with the flaming hot powder all around it.
Yeah.
And I was just sitting there. I go, all right, you've crossed a line.
No, they're actually pretty good. They do it. Like I said, they do them here.
They're not. It's terrible. Let me pull up this page here for you so you can take a look real quick. Nope, that is giving me the coding for the website. I hit the wrong thing on that.
There we go. The Annoyed Wawa Super, the one at Costco is really good. They also sell the ones that are corn dogged mozzarella sticks. Yes, you can get the corn dogged
that I haven't had.
Mozzarella or cheddar, like they just do like cheese sticks, and then they wrap them up in the corn dog. Oh, they're super good.
Here you go. Flaming hot Cheetos corn dog.
Now that might be a little much.
Yeah, that I was looking at. And I said I have zero interest in that, and that can't be good for society.
The ones around me that the place that I go to just dusts them a little bit, so it's not fully coated, but you get a little bit of the heat. Nothing crazy, but those are good. Those are really good.
If we're going to talk about the consumer account, of course, at the consumer on Instagram and on TikTok, one of those days I'll get those videos up there that we made, and they're outdated by now, but fuck it, we'll put them up there. It doesn't matter.
It's pull back the curtain. Things are expensive. Snacks are hard to justify $5.
I know they're getting out of hand.
Of this and
lucky enough, there's some stuff that has been going on that I put up on the consumer. One of them is going to be this. I finally got a box of the Cheez-Its version, the Wendy's Baconator version of Cheez-Its. Put that up there so you can see it. Looks fantastic. Have not tried it yet, but I was glad to find it in the store. Where did I find Target?
Yeah, Target had them. Safeways had them. I think Walmart is where I grabbed it in my box.
Yeah, I've been looking for a while. I couldn't find them, and then all of a sudden they just popped up. It sucks. It used to be New Jersey was one of those testing states where all the companies used to send their shit out here, and they would just show up unannounced. And you're like, "What is this?" And then you'd talk about, "Hey, I just found this," and it was someone. So New Jersey used to be a hotbed for this stuff. Something changed because it's not anymore. Or Kroger buys like the exclusive deals with some of these things, and then you can't get them because I don't have a Kroger anywhere near the East Coast. Or any of their other,
I'll grab the Kroger stuff if that's what you need.
Companies. Yeah.
I'm kind of getting tired of that exclusivity stuff because sometimes it's Walmart, sometimes like you said, the Kroger grabs a bunch. Sometimes it's Target, like when they did the dirty soda for the Dr. Pepper, and then they did the creamsicle stuff for the Orange Crush. Right. Target was the only one, and that was hit and miss. Like I found it once this summer, and then after that, you never saw it again.
Well, you said the coconut Dr. Pepper was back. I never found it.
Well, I had some good news for you, sir. I guess it's still so popular, even though it was limited this time around. It's coming back next year. So
good. Get rid of the strawberries and cream.
Yeah, right.
Or the other thing. Put the coconut Dr. Pepper. Makes sense because one, it's good. It's a great combination. It's not overly sweet, and it's a great drink mixer.
Yeah, it's a good mixer.
Rum, whiskey, anything that you mix Coca-Cola with, do the coconut Dr. Pepper. and it's fantastic with it. Supervisor saying the Baconator Cheez-Its are pretty great. The coating of them feels like cheese nips, but the flavor is solid. I liked cheese nips better than Cheez-Its, the Nabisco version, and then they stopped making it. So
the Baconator Cheez-Its I have had, I'm kind of holding back what I think about them fully. It's hard to pinpoint the taste. Like, I don't know what I'm tasting, but they're not bad.
I'm going to do it now?
If you would like, that's up to you. I don't hate them. I mean, clearly the box didn't last very long. Like, me and the kids destroyed them, but like they smell.
It's like cardboard.
Yeah, these aren't that good.
Oh, I'm eating the box.
They smell like Cheez-Its. Like, you're not going to get a distinctive flavor, like smell from them.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, but the taste is pretty spot on. Like, I couldn't tell if it was meat, which is weird, or like maybe ketchup. I don't know. They're definitely not Cheez-Its. And they were perfectly
It's got
salty.
that smoked flavoring to it to make it taste like bacon. Because that smoked flavoring could either be meat or bacon. So it's like, we put this in there and we cover both bases on it.
Right.
Not really a cheese flavor at all for a Wendy's Baconator.
None.
But you also would think there'd be some sort of mayonnaise taste to it, because that's the other big feature for a Baconator.
Mayo is hard to do on a chip. I know Japanese chips, they did a exclusive mayo flavored chip, like a potato chip, but you can only buy those at like, like you said, like an H Mart, or you can like some kind of like import store, like a whatever. I don't remember what the name of the one by me is, but they had an actual mayo chip that actually was really good. It did taste like mayo, which was fantastic, but you don't really get mayo in other things. You're not going to taste it in a burger or anything like that, because it'll get drowned out by, like you said, the smoke flavor or paprika or whatever else you're throwing in there. So
it's like a binding agent. Yeah.
Casey in the chat saying, isn't bacon meat? Oh, what, like ham or bacon? It's like some kind of mystical animal that all that comes
covering
from?
Beef and pork together. Meat.
Why are you talking about pork on Yom Kippur, Casey?
It's Yom Kippur Day. That might be the show title.
Yom Kippur. Why not?
Yom.
No one's offended the Jews lately. Why not?
We'll see how that goes in the algorithm.
Right. So yes, I enjoyed those. I can't say that I would buy a bunch of them, but they're serviceable as a flavor.
The Wendy's Baconator Cheez-Its, for those asking in the chat there, Looney Tunes. Wendy's Bacon. I found these at Target. Walmart had them for a little bit. I guess the exclusivity thing ended, so they could go everywhere else now.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad. They're not terrible. There's some Cheez-It flavors that are like, they look fantastic, and I go, I don't like this. That extra powdery cheddar version, not that good.
Do you like the extra baked ones that are a little bit more crispy?
I'm not a big fan of that. Like the extra toasty ones. Yeah, I don't really care if they're crispy or not. That's not a thing for me. Again, I like cheese nips, which is a basic bitch kind of snack, and I enjoyed those thoroughly, and then they stopped making them. So regular Cheetos, these are not bad. The hot and spicy ones that have like the hot sauce to it, those are rather enjoyable as well. So I will enjoy that.
Annoyed Wawa brings up something actually that I really do enjoy. The S tier snack right now is the Frank's Red Hot Goldfish. If we're being, as the kids say, 100. I agree. The
good.
Red Hots are really good. I liked the.
I'm not a fan of Old Bay, but the Old Bay ones.
That's what I was going to say. I like the Old Bay ones. What I would like to do is I would take those Old Bay ones and put it on a clam chowder, like an oyster cracker.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So you get a little bit of extra flavor, a little bit of cheese on there. They were so good to do that way.
Yeah.
Love
Casey,
it.
this is pretty much it. Casey in chat. I wanted to like the extra toasty, but it's like those are the ones that are just messed up and burnt and they throw them in a box. Yeah, I'm sure that's how they started.
It's like those extra baked potato chips, like those really dark brown like kettle chips. I
have family members that like when they burn the French fries at a fast food place or something. Like
gross.
When you get the black ones or the ones that are like you could pretty much whittle it down and use it as a pencil. They're like, I'll take those. It's like, go ahead, you weirdo. They're all yours. I'm going to get a new thing of fresh, hot out of the vat kind of thing.
It's weird you don't see McDonald's do a lot of these collabs. Like Wendy's does it, Burger King
they do, but with rap artists, no one gives a shit about.
But like they don't expand, like McDonald's doesn't expand out to like other things like the chips or the crackers or things like that. You don't see McDonald's doing that kind of stuff. They don't brand with other things.
They're in a lot of hurt right now. A lot of them. And
they say they dropped the Burger King meal down to like $6 to $8, something around there, depending on where you're at, and they're touting it as like the extra value meals back. And I'm like, you shouldn't have left.
No,
you bastards.
In the circulars that you still get around, I don't know if you get those in the mail, but you get the circulars that have like all the coupons and stuff for local businesses and
them out.
Supermarkets, whatever. Yeah, you don't really need the physical coupons for supermarkets anymore because everyone's on an app. So if you just go through the app, pick what you want before you go to the store to shop, you get all the discounts and what have you. Same thing now with fast food. You don't go, it's not like the buy one, get one free on a double cheeseburger or, Big Mac or something like that. You get one per person per day on the app and that's it. But they could go outside of their safety zone, right? You're talking about it's like they dropped the price down. You see in those coupons, because I look at the Burger King thing and I'm like, what are they doing? And there it's like, oh, you get 2 Whoppers, two of their chicken sandwiches on thing here, and it's like $15. And I was like, that's a lot of shit, but all right, 15 isn't bad. And when you see the Whopper meal sale and it says $8 for the Whopper, the French fries, onion ring, and a medium drink, and that's $8. I'm like, that's a fucking ripoff, and they're touting it as use the coupon. This is a big deal. I'm at a point where a lot of those fast food places, just like the movie theaters and everything else, I don't care if they collapse. Sure, people will lose their jobs, but you know what? It's going to have to fucking fall apart in order to rebuild Rome because all of this shit sucks. And I don't like what. And they're like, why aren't the people coming back? What? Who's spending $12 to $13 for a Big Mac meal?
Not me.
Nobody. Fast food
because half the time the beef is the little thin patty is coming off. Like they don't even take time to build it. They just throw shit on there.
They're the size of silver dollar pancakes when you get a cheeseburger at any of these places. Like this cheeseburger is $2.59, and the burger's this big. It's like this is a waste of time. I'll go back. Remember how they would say, well, Five Guys is too expensive. So is all of this now. I'll go to Five Guys knowing that they're still making it the way that they make it. In and out, something like that. Where it's like the prices are outrageous, but it's still, you're justifying the quality of the food that you get for that price. Anyway, consumer stuff we're talking about there. We've gotten to a point where we've gone too far with incorporating different flavors and fragrances and what have you. Take a look at this. That ain't it. Hold on. Why is that still? That is still the consumer page. There we go. Look at this. Look at that.
Oh, that's so upsetting.
That is terrible.
I know. Where's the link to that, by the way?
So
that's horrible.
I have to be nice, sort of, because they used to sponsor the show back in the day. They are a good company. Anytime I've reached out to them for whatever, fantastic. And I will give them some praise. They make individual wipes, which are amazing to travel with, especially if you're leaving the country. When I was over in Europe a few years ago, amazing to have that because they just don't have wipes available at stores and stuff as you're traveling through small villages and what have you. They sell the box of the individual wipes. They're great for traveling. Support Dude Wipes. They have a mint. I keep saying flavor, but fragrance.
I say flavor when I talk about candles, so I get it.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not eating these things.
Exactly. So a mint fragrance thing, which I'm like, oh my God, it's like putting menthol on your asshole. It's like, why? That can't be comfortable, but I guess it legally
probably
is.
Refreshing.
Because nobody shut this company down because you have a strong mint fragrance. Sorry, on essentially an adult baby wipes. Well, for the radio audience who can't see this, what we're showing is a picture of Dude Wipes have their new fragrance out for the fall season called Dumpkin Spice. Now,
I'm not even like super mad at this. That's great.
I saw these on the shelves and I said, this is ridiculous.
Oh, you saw them like in stores?
Yeah, they're in Target. You can go to Target. They're there. So I saw this in the store. I go, this is a bit ridiculous. And I'm also in the same thought. I go, but I am curious as to what it smells like, right? Well, I guess it was another round of the Bill and Ted time game because I thought it and then looked over on another shelf. Somebody had opened one up and I think to smell it as well, or hopefully to smell that they just took
like,
a couple and went to the men's room.
Gross.
So I'm like, all right, well, there's one that's open. It's at a loss for the store. What do I care? So I walked over and smelt it.
All right.
And yeah, it smells like a pumpkin spice latte. So you could go to Starbucks, you get your latte, you can use this afterwards. So it's the same going in as it is coming out. And it fits the whole fall motif.
What a terrible idea. And it's also only $12.99 at Target, adding to cart now.
It's not for the 1-pack. It's got to be the multi-pack.
It's a 3-pack. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I was going to say it's not that expensive, but yeah, if you want to go out there and get Dumpkin Spice Dude Wipes, feel free. Those are a thing that are available to you. And also,
look, we've had this conversation. We don't get fall around here. Anything I could do to feel a little bit closer to that magical time of year, being now that it's October, I may have to do that. I'm actually burning my pumpkin spice candle as we talk. I'm all in, man. I am on the opposing team for pumpkin spice. Not that I hate it, because I kind of do, but I can tolerate it. I am all team apple cider. Oh yeah, apple cider everything.
Apple cider greater than pumpkin spice in any faction. Glade has their new fall scents out, the sprays, not the plug-in stuff.
Oh, I have a 3-pack downstairs right now.
So I have the cranberry, that cranberry, whatever it's called, frosted cranberry something.
Why is it always frosted too? Like as if it makes a difference.
They're going out and picking fruit in the midst of winter. You know, everything's frozen. Like, well, we can't serve this as food to people. We might as well grind it down and make a fragrance out of it.
Right.
Because Bath and Body Works does that too, which I'm going to have to get, twisted.
Is it candle time for you?
It's coming. I think it's after Halloween that it shows up. No, not the lotion, the hand soaps.
Hand soaps. That's right.
Actually, you know what?
For those who are kind of new, Eric every year goes and gets his buy one, get two, or buy one, whatever. He finds his buy one, whatevers, and he stocks up on, I think, twisted peppermint, and he tends to fill an entire drawer. He has a drawer of nothing but Christmas time, Bath and Body Works, soaps. You don't do any of the hand sanitizer stuff, right? That stuff always smells just like rubbing alcohol to me.
I did during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Because everywhere you went, they wouldn't let you do anything unless you hand sanitize on your way in and your way out. Right. So at that point, I was like, if I have to hand sanitize, I might as well get the fragrance that I enjoy.
Sure.
And do all of that stuff. So yes, I am down to my last bottle of twisted peppermint. So I go initially when they're available, I'll go and I buy a few bottles to get me through the holidays. Then on December 26th, everything goes on Christmas clearance.
So he stocks up for the rest.
Clarence. Roger, what's your vector, Victor? You go and you get these things for $1.99. And that's where I stock up for the year. I'll just go and I'll try to max out what they allow me to buy.
And again, he has a drawer. He just opens the drawer and they're all in there. He's shown us before. I
think it's on my Instagram. You can go and look on the It's Eric Nagel Instagram. I'm sure I had it from last year or the year before. But yeah, I'm down to my last bottle. So I am going to need some refills once that comes into play at Bath and Body Works. Oh, look. Beth is with me. Twisted peppermint for the win. Exactly. It's fantastic. Made of plastic, microchips here and there. She's a small wonder.
Vicky, you sexy minx.
Hello, sir. May I jerk you off? What are you doing with this this robot, Jamie? That's not what she was programmed for. Anyway, Supervisor, for what it's worth, the one place where you can get gasoline and a delicious lunch at a reasonable price, and I hear they have an amazing app. What place were you talking about?
Possibly the Wawa.
Oh, stupid me. Yeah, you're right. You are right. I missed hoagie season. By the way, I haven't talked to him in many years, but for a while I was friends with the guy who I found out later on does the theme music for the Wawa's Hoagie Fest.
Really?
Yeah. Parry Grip.
Now that's
you may know him as the lead singer of Nerf Herder.
Oh, yeah.
Band. Yeah. So he went and started doing kid songs. He does that Christmas song. Oh, no, that was the last time I talked to him, but that was through email. When we years ago, he put out a Christmas song that I loved, and I said, I want to start playing this on my show every holiday season. And he said, that's fantastic. Wished us the best and all this stuff there. He does
I've got a boner for Christmas.
No, that's that song. Oh wait, that might be Nerf Herder's song.
It is Nerf Herder. It is Nerf Herder. They also do Buffy the Vampire Slayer's theme song.
Correct. They do that too. They did that song Van Halen, which was their big radio hit.
Sorry.
But he goes out and does all these kid songs and creative animation stuff and stuff for companies. He does the theme song for Wawa's Hoagie Fest. And what are you talking about, Super? It's Hoagie Fest. You're killing me. What did I say that was wrong? I've said it the whole time with a mock Philadelphia accent because they deserve to be mocked. Oh yes, he does that too. He does that thing that trended. It's raining tacos.
Fucking that song I hate so much.
Him.
Oh, I mean, love him to death.
The Christmas song anyway. He does that we play all the time. It's I want an Allosaurus for Christmas.
Yeah, that's a good.
That's all Parry, and he used to do the opening theme for our show for San Diego at the con. That's him as well. Parry's a good dude. I believe you said hoagie season before. Yeah, it was hoagie season. Sunday. Summer is hoagie season. Wawa's Hoagie Fest is the official branding, but summer is hoagie season. Hoagie. That horrible Philadelphia accent. Why did we bring up Parry? Why did we talk about that? I don't know. I'm happy we did. I don't remember why we did it.
Because we were talking about Hoagie Fests.
Yeah.
And he did the theme song.
Okay. All right. Moving on. Bringing this up, because you and I talked about this, and then I'm going to have to compile a list. For the last several years, I've been having major problems with certain products that I enjoy, that I buy all the time, either being discontinued or in the area of North Jersey that I'm in. The overall consensus is the people around here don't enjoy those products, which is insane to me. But they're available elsewhere throughout the country. And that bothers me because I don't have access to them and I have to buy them online. I'll go back to a more recent product that I used to enjoy that disappeared a few years ago. The hot dog flavored SpaghettiOs.
That bums me out to like no end because that was my favorite growing up. And we were talking about it one night and you're like, I just saw a story that they're discontinuing it. It's like, that can't be. It's when they brought out the Red Hot one. Like
they replaced it with the Frank's Red Hot.
We have to move it.
Which, by the way, are okay.
It's okay.
But if you just get plain SpaghettiOs and dump your own Frank's Red Hot in there, it tastes better than the canned version.
100%. But yes, that actually was disappointing news when you told me that.
That's an example of things that I enjoy, and I'm making this about me because I do, where things that I focus on, things that I enjoy, tend to disappear.
Butterfinger BBs.
No, I've never was a fan of those.
Yeah, that was kind of boring.
I never really enjoyed Butterfinger.
I love Butterfinger.
At all. It tasted like chalk to me. I was always a Reese's fan. Reese's Pieces, even though it's Reese's. I know.
I'm gonna get so much hate mail for that one.
I thought I started making a list of things that disappeared, but another item that I enjoyed, and I forgot that they were discontinuing it because I can't find it anymore. But I remembered, I guess, about a year ago that they were, or a year and a half ago even, that they were discontinuing this. So I went up and bought a bunch of the stuff online. And had it in my pantry for whenever I was cooking this specific meal that I would always have this. Well, I go to make this meal again, and the meal is pot roast, by the way. And I look, and the mix that I used to make the pot roast, I had none left. And I went, oh no, this can't be the last one. And lo and behold, it was. I ripped my entire pantry apart trying to find, there has to be one more left. And there wasn't. So I had to try using another brand to get the pot roast going. I can't find the thing that I like anymore. The brand I liked. Now, this could be a basic bitch scenario, but damn it, I found this one to be delightful. It was made by Campbell's. Tavern style pot roast. It was a bag you cut open, you pour the liquid in with the meat, the vegetables, you put it in the slow cooker and let it sit for 8 hours for the day. It was fantastic. You can't get this anymore. They discontinued it towards the end of 2023. So that's how far back it went when I found out it was discontinued. That I bought enough to now we're in October of 2025 and I've run out.
And they haven't expired? Like they didn't expire?
I don't know.
You're like, I don't care.
I just assume they'd be there till the end of time.
They're
It's
not like the
vacuum
Twinkies
sealed.
of pot roast. Yeah, so what?
Yes.
Things gotta expire at some
I don't
point.
know. I went through them all. They were delicious. But I don't have this anymore. So what was I supposed to do? So I knee-jerked and went to one of my usuals, Kinder's. I enjoy
Kinder's is good.
their
Kinder's
fine array of spices, their sauces,
They're
etc.
putting out all the Thanksgiving stuff. The brining kits are already
Yeah, I
out
got to
on
get a
shelves.
brining kit from them again. And now they have a prime rib one too, which I'm going to have to check that out for this year. I just would make my own seasonings out of their stuff and, do a nice binding on the prime rib and let it cook for the day. Well, I did the Kinder's one, and I have to say, I think that one's a clunk. That one I didn't thoroughly enjoy. Something's off with it. And I just went, not for me. Can't do that. Hold on. What is this guy saying here? Funking Deep Gamer saying, I just Googled it. It's available at Safeway. The official Campbell's website was saying it discontinued in 2023. So what is Safeway doing? It's like
they probably hoarded it like you did.
Probably, maybe. I don't know. Like when people would have all those supplies, they'd buy those giant buckets for their bunkers.
They look at a map and they see this big bright red spot in your neighborhood. They're like, this one guy just keeps buying them. We have to keep them on the shelf.
I know. Well, keep that in mind because I got to tell you about the store and about one guy buying everything. So this isn't available. I tried the Kinder's one. It's not that great. I'm not going to get another one of those. I saw McCormick has one. I saw a few other companies that have some pot roast mixes, and I'm not looking for the jar stuff. I'm looking for the spice, the liquid or the pouches of spices where you can mix it in and do your own thing, or you could make your own. I might figure out a recipe for myself and make it. I even threw some red wine into the slow cooker with this to try to give it try to zhuzh it up a little bit, and it didn't help. So I was on the lookout for this. It's gone. And it reminded me of things that I enjoy. I don't care about other people. Things that I enjoy tend to disappear. I found a little bit of a list of things. One is the Bowl and Basket beef rib chips.
I know, because I was waiting for you to find them this summer so I can have them again, because I was going to tell you to send them a bunch. And
they didn't have it. Funkin' Dip said, I can do Amazon Fresh pickup for it in Seattle for it. So why does the website say that it was discontinued in 2023 if they're still making it?
Eric, it's a ploy to get people to go out on the street so ICE can grab them. Shut up.
Oh, right. Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's
good looking out, my friend.
Go get your pot roast.
Beth saying, Eric, look for Watkins pot roast seasoning mixed packet. It's a winner. All right. I will look at that. In fact, if I hate to assign homework, but if you can just send me a message through other means to remind me later, I will definitely go and look for that. Andy Hannon in the chat saying it's discontinued. Plenty of places still list the SKU, but it might be out of stock. Yeah, I think that might be the thing. All right. So the Bowl and Basket beef chips, which you and I both agreed were probably the best beef seasoned potato chips we've ever had.
They tasted just like a beef rib, and not in a weird way. Like, this is weird that I'm eating something crunchy and it tastes like beef. No, this was probably one of the, next to the Thanksgiving ones that Bowl and Basket does.
Right.
These were probably my second favorite chip in the world. And it's weird because they're just like a store brand.
Yeah. I wish I could find those again. They have something else. We tried their what was it? Their buffalo wing chips.
Yeah, it was like the buffalo blue cheese.
They weren't bad, but you know, I don't want to indulge in buffalo wing flavored potato chips.
Right.
Yeah, they had some other kind of hot and sweet barbecue thing flavor out, which I was just like, well, barbecue is barbecue. Most companies can't get it right, so I didn't even bother getting a bag to even send you for all of that stuff. Andy in the chat also saying you should try Mississippi pot roast, brown gravy, ranch, pepperoncini, pepperoncini or peppercini?
Pepperoncini. It's just
pepperoncini in a slow cooker. Yeah, I have seen that. I'm not
butter, like a big stick of butter.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of. I would try it if somebody had it at their house. I would eat a little bit of it, but I'm not interested in stuff with jalapenos and pepperoncinis and everything. Is not really for me.
No, it's so good. Like, you just put enough to give it a little bit of flavor. Right. You don't have to overdo it. It's possibly one of the best things, and you put it over some potatoes. Oh, it's so good. Casey in the chat says I do Mississippi roast like weekly. She has also put me on to that you could do a Mississippi chicken. And you just do the same thing, but with chicken, and it's apparently really good too. What
if I do that? If I take a Nashville hot chicken recipe and make it Nashville hot pot roast, that I'd be interested in trying.
That I'd eat. Yeah,
with that sticky coating that the Nashville hot sauce has. Oh, right. I might be all right. I might experiment. I'll have to try that.
Only you knew someone who has like a butcher that also cooks that could give you some tips. Oh, hi, Giddles. You're in the chat. A little red wine and rosemary.
Yeah, I had all of that in there with this current version, and it just didn't come off the way I was hoping. It's not terrible, the Kinder's one, just wasn't for me. I've liked a lot of their other products so far, but that one just was a miss for me. So it says, you come from Italian stock. How do you hate pepper? I am not Italian. I have Italian family. I have Italian family. I have Jewish family. I have Greek family. But I'm like German Irish, so it's not in my blood to enjoy that stuff. And to be fair, the Mediterranean sides of my family, not really a big fan of when Eric's cooking up giant wursts and veal and all that other shit. So, in the crock pot, dude, doing the slow cooker with kielbasa and sauerkraut and some mustard seeds and all that. They're not about it. They're like, ugh, they look at it and wince. And I go, that's how I feel about your fucking fried octopus. Now you know. Anyway, here's some other products that I was looking for. Pure Leaf iced tea is my go-to iced tea if I am somewhere and you got to get a canned or bottled iced tea. Everything else stinks, including the Arizona. I know people like it. I've tried the Arnold Palmer's. It's just it doesn't seem
very sweet.
It just seems artificial to me. Pure Leaf has a zero sugar line of teas.
Mm-hmm. I think we tried a few this past summer.
They have the extra sweet zero sugar one, which is the blue label. They have the peach one. They have a raspberry one.
The blackberry was good.
But that wasn't a zero sugar. That one was like 40 something grams of sugar in that one.
It was delicious.
It is. And I said, when you go to Chili's, I'll get their blackberry iced tea. It's fantastic. But the Pure Leaf had a zero sugar lemon iced tea, which you're like basic. It should be there. Can't find it anywhere. And it's not just, the stores that I go to. I've tried everywhere in my travels. It's gone. For some reason, the lemon one doesn't work. And I'm like, you'd think the lemon one would be here and the other flavors would disappear. Right. Can't find the zero sugar lemon Pure Leaf tea. Sabret's mustard, which I've sent you a bottle of.
Send me a couple, yeah.
Right? I'll have to hook you up again. Now, I can get this. Sabret's is a big deal for hot dog and hot dog related products. Mm-hmm. But a lot of the stores around me have the hot dogs, have the mini hot dogs, have some of their other stuff, have the jars of the sauced onions for your hot dogs. There's the regular onions. They have a chili thing. The mustard, hot dogs and mustard go together. Some of the stores around me stopped selling the mustard. I go, what happened here? I go and I speak to the manager at these stores, and they said, well, it wasn't selling well. If it's not on the shelf, that means our analytics or whatever they call it their stats, whatever it is that registers how people are buying product, the mustard's not selling well. And this goes and proves a point about living in this area of the country. There's a lot of great food, a lot of different varieties of cultures of food. But because the area I'm in is mostly Italian, you're subject to the Italian ways of life. And they're not mustard fans. And for the mustard, I had to travel to, it's only like 10 more minutes away, but I have to go outside of my immediate range to go just to get the fucking Sabret's mustard, which is refrigerated, by the way. It's not like on a shelf, in order to get that. It's a mild inconvenience, but it just goes to the list of things that I like keep disappearing. The rest of the other things are just stuff the stores had that they're not product names that anybody would know, but some of the things the stores used to do and used to carry. Oh, one of them was, the brand Hell of a Good that makes the dips.
Mm-hmm. Those were good.
So they make my favorite one, bacon horseradish dip. It's a brown label.
Yeah, we've talked about this one a lot.
They had it at the store for a while and then it disappeared. And after a few weeks, I went to the manager. I go, when are these coming back in? Oh, we're not ordering them anymore. What? Why? Well, people aren't really buying them. That's not true. I buy it.
You're not people.
And he said, yeah. And he goes, it just seems, and this is where I started to learn about the breakdowns of all of this stuff. And he goes, it just seems like a small group of people were buying all of them. And I said, that's me. When they were becoming scarce, I would buy 3 at a time because they last a while, or you throw one in the freezer, something like that.
You're like, I was the guy.
For, dipping Snyder's pretzels in there or some Ruffles potato chips. Fantastic.
Celery and ketchup.
I would have the hell of a good bacon horseradish dip. But no, there's 4 layers of their French onion, which is garbage. You can make your own French onion and taste better than that. They have their buffalo chicken dip. And the one they've been pushing a lot now is some kind of creamy ranch and a barbecue flavored dip. And I was like, screw all of this shit. Bring the bacon. And then they finally did it about a year ago. They brought it back. And now I have to purposely buy 2 every time I go and get it, because what did they say? Abe Simpson watching the Super Bowl. If I don't support this thing, it may not make it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's how I feel now. So Andy's saying freezing hell of a dip. That's a commitment. I know, because I didn't think it was coming back. I had to show that people were buying this, even if I had to fake the statistics and buy all of it, just so that they kept ordering it for the store. Dean's makes a jalapeno popper dip. Good stuff. Again, the jalapeno is not for me. I'm sure it is.
Eric's not a jalapeno person. Every now and then when I'll make bacon wrapped jalapenos, I'll send him pictures. He goes, that doesn't look good at all. And I'm like, it's so fantastic.
Can I just have the leftover bacon sitting on the paper towel, degreasing? I'll just eat that. Yeah. Please and thank you.
I like that you think there's going to be leftover bacon from you.
That is a fair point.
Kill
I do like the vegetable dips. Like Lighthouse makes a home style ranch that I chop up vegetables and you make your own little it's not a charcuterie. What is it called with the vegetables? Is it charcuterie? With the vegetables around a dip?
Just a veggie tray.
Yeah, like a veggie tray. Sit down and you watch a movie.
Get those peppers and you just eat those, yeah.
Yeah, Marie's makes a good one. Marazzi, I forget. It's an Italian name. They make a good vegetable ramp dip. Crudité. Thank you, Andy. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'll get the vegetable dips. Those are fine. I make my own French onion. It's just you get a big thing of Breakstone sour cream. None of that fucking low fat shit. You get the Breakstone container. You pop that thing open. You scoop about 1/4 of it into a bowl. You take the Lipton's French onion soup mix.
Yep.
And you pour like a bag or 2 into the container. Stir it up. Then you take the bowl that had the leftovers, extra sour cream, put it into there, stir it all up there, put the lid on it. It's good in the fridge. You put a black Sharpie marker on there that says dip so that people aren't which would be hilarious if people are scooping out big, heaping
French onion
spoonfuls
onto like tacos or something.
onto a baked potato. Oh, that might actually be good.
What are you talking about? That sounds fantastic.
Yeah, I know. I
actually
just
thinking
realized
about-
as I was saying it.
I was just actually thinking about that because, again, soup season's almost upon me at some point. And I was thinking of soups that I want to make. And I was having a conversation about it today where it's like, if I'm going to make soup with the weather the way it is here, do I go with a cream-based soup, like a broccoli cheddar or like a any of those kinds of things, or do I go more broth-based? And I think I've landed on a
Depends
French
what you like.
soup. I like everything. Like I'm fine with either
And
or.
then mix it up. Like do a New England clam chowder.
But when it's
one of those
hot
beer
here
cheese
still,
soups.
But when it's too hot, a cream-based soup just sits heavy.
Well, I forget you live in the fucking asshole of the earth.
Yeah. So when you're eating your soups in the asshole of the earth, you don't want a creamy-based soup right away. So I think I'm going to do a French onion soup. And I was actually thinking of doing something where like you take all that and you put it on a potato or you put it on something else.
I might do that now.
So
Next
good.
time I make the French onion dip, I might throw that on. I'll
throw
bake
it
a
on there.
potato, put it on. I'll let you know. Put French onion dip on there and then melt the cheese over it again.
Mm-hmm.
Get a piece of Swiss or Gruyere.
I was going to say Gruyere Swiss. Yeah,
bad idea.
You got to stop doing these shows, man.
No, because
real
it's
hungry.
expanding my recipe book vastly. Things that come up as a joke, and you go, "Wait a minute, that might be fantastic."
But the way you do French onion soup, dip is the same way I do it, where it's like if you buy those pre-made ones, they never taste good. They just never get it right. Same with like a ranch dip; they just never taste good. You got to get the Hidden Valley powder, and you mix into with the sour cream. Same with the French onion; they just always taste better when you do that.
Well, the issue with the bacon horseradish dip is nobody else makes it except hell of a good. So, unless I come up with my own recipe for it, that's what I'm subject to. And it's fine. It's fine. I do enjoy it. I don't like their other dips, but I'm fine with that. Andy Hannon saying Marzetti's slaw dressing is phenomenal. The Marzetti stuff is good and the Marie's stuff is good. They're in the refrigerated area of your produce aisle. They're not in the refrigerated sections. They're in the produce section of the store. They, I think it's Marie's, makes a Thousand Island dressing that is to die for.
Marie's is good. Like you said, Lighthouse has or Bolt House or whatever it's called. Yeah, those
Lighthouse.
are all really good. Is it Lighthouse? Okay.
Lighthouse also makes a great creamy horseradish, which is good for roast beef sandwiches or a binding agent on a prime rib. Because the only reason when I make a prime rib and I know I'm going to be the one that's mostly eating it, if I don't have a lot of family over, I use the creamy horseradish as the binding for the seasonings. When I have family, like Christmas time, family coming over, most of my family doesn't like horseradish, so I can't slather the thing in horseradish. So I do like an olive oil and some other stuff with the seasonings, and then I have creamy horseradish on the side if they want it with the au jus and everything else. But I got to start doing my holiday planning again.
I know.
Hey, Giddles.
I came up with a French onion soup sausage at work. It's a beef sausage loaded with Gruyere and caramelized onions. I love when he tells us these things, and I hate it because I'm nowhere near him. He's come up with some really interesting sausages at the shop that he works, and he makes Sweeney Todd
meat pies.
I know they're delicious.
I haven't tried it, but they look amazing when he posts the photos. So I'm right there with you.
I know.
Casey saying cream-based soups are too heavy here until January. Move to where civilization is.
They're here.
Andy saying cheeseburger soup, broth based with a can of Campbell's cheddar. Best of both. That's interesting.
I do a tortilla soup. You put a little lime on there, some sour cream on top, a little cheddar, a lot of cilantro. That's really good. But cheeseburger soup, that sounds really good.
I had a family member that I was talking to. I think it was earlier. Was it today? It was either today or yesterday. This is how fast everything moves around. I can't remember shit that happened today. I was complaining about the Campbell's thing with the pot roast. And they said, "Oh, here's what I do for pot roast." I said, "Please let me know." I don't like what they do for pot roast because it seems to gross me out a little bit. They make pot roast with Campbell's golden mushroom soup. They open that, they put that in the pot, the meatloaf. There was something else that they add to it, some brown gravy and something else. And then they just make it that way. And they're like, "Oh, it's fantastic." I go, "That sounds too gross with a creamy thing and a pot roast." And they were saying, it's like,
I mean,
no,
with
no,
all
no,
the fat and stuff like that, it probably thins it out a little bit.
I'm sure it does, but mentally in my head is like, I'm thinking like I'm dipping. It's like chipped beef. You know, it's like you're dipping milk in a dairy, beef in a dairy product. And I was like, no, and I hate mushrooms, so I'm not doing that. You don't even taste the mushrooms. Stop telling me you don't even taste the mushrooms when I tell people I don't like mushrooms and don't want mushrooms. Everyone assumes that, well, you don't taste the mushrooms. Like that makes it okay. It doesn't.
I was going to say, most people that I know that hate mushrooms, it's usually texture, not taste. Like they just like it's a slimy or they don't like the way they taste.
It's both weird. For me. I love them. If I see it there, I will flick it off across the room, not caring about who cleans it up or
fried mushrooms dipped in some ranch.
I do the same thing with jalapenos. If you get nachos and the jalapenos are diced on there, boom, I'm flicking them around the restaurant because I do not want them. It's just not happening.
So good.
Fun dude say, I mix onion, salt, and chives into sour cream before I put it on. That's not bad.
I mean, that sounds great.
That's pretty good. In fact, you don't even have to mix the onion salt into the sour cream. You could sprinkle it on there like a salt lick potato. That's my favorite thing to do because there's certain times a year you get the giant russet potatoes that come in. Mm-hmm. And so I'll take that, stab a bunch of holes in it, and then I paint it with olive oil, right? Put it into like the air fryer for 40, 45 minutes and let it cook all there. And then the second it's done, you open it up and you grind sea salt onto it. So it still sticks to the skin.
I like that big flake salt better.
Yeah. That's what it is. I have a sea salt grinder. Mm. So you sit there like that on top of there and you just let it sit for a while. So it's still kind of decompressing in the air fryer, sweating a little bit from the oil and what have you. And the sea salt just sticks to it. So then when you're ready to take it out, some butter in the middle. You can't get. There's few things better than that than a good baked potato.
There have been plenty of nights where I'll just make baked potatoes as a dinner. Like it's not even a side. Like I'll load it with as much stuff as possible, and that's just dinner. Like 2 big old baked potatoes loaded with whatever I want. That's it.
That's not bad.
That's delicious.
Stick some forks in it. Does the Benny and June dance, and then his kids are like. They don't know what it is. He gets all mad at them and you're like, Dad, that's a 30-year-old movie. And then he feels old. Funkin' Deep Gamer saying, French onion soup sounds delicious right now with a glass of red wine and some crispy bread. What kind of crispy bread?
You got to get yourself like a sourdough and you crisp it up. I've seen different ways of doing it.
All right, that's fine. I don't like when they get, when they petrified the bread, like you're going to have bruschetta. You know, like they make the bread into essentially a giant crouton.
Yeah.
I don't want that for a soup, but I get what you're saying.
I was watching a Julia Child video the other day when I was on my French onion soup kit.
Hello. By the way, watch that show if you haven't. It's 2 seasons on HBO Max.
Which one?
Julia. It's about her, how she was a government agent and then became the famous French chef.
That's awesome.
She wrote the first French cookbook. BB Newworth and David Hyde Pierce are also in it.
Okay, I'd watch that.
It's really good. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But yeah, no, we were I was showing the kids, things of what I wanted to do, and we were watching Julia Child, and she I always thought French onion, you do a little ramekin, you stick the bread on top, you melt the Gruyere or the like you said the swish on top, and you throw that. But she was doing it a couple ways where she would just put a bunch of cheese in a bowl. Stick the baguettes in there and then just ladle it on top, throw a little more cheese on them. I was like,
ladle, I made you out of clay. Sorry, wrong holiday. Go ahead.
Yeah. Kapoor. But yeah. But yeah.
You can really taste the kapoor. You can really taste the yam in this.
God, they really put a lot of yam in this one.
Some people that eat all the yam and it tastes like soap to them. So not everyone can eat it.
Fucking like just a bowl of yamen. But yeah, no, I think French onion is the way I'm going lately. And I kind of want to do just a bunch of that stuff because I love when like onions sweat and you get that smell around your house. It's so good.
I did. I'll get to her comment in a second. But when I made the pot roast, I diced up a bunch of vegetables like celery, some carrots, a little bit of potatoes. I like doing my pot roast over noodles. So I don't do a lot of potatoes.
Like those thick egg noodles?
Yeah,
those are good.
And so I do mine over noodles, but I have people in the house that love potatoes and they don't like the noodles. So I'll stew the potatoes with it, but then I just don't put it over the noodles. I also did this because I had an extra onion on my belt, which was the style at the time. I had an onion in the fridge and I go, I might as well just use that. So I diced up a quarter of the onion and put that in there very thin. It always reminds me of the scene of Goodfellas where
he's taking a razor blade to the garlic.
Then he's making it so thin because it just dissolves.
Yeah,
you don't get onion residue. So I diced them up and as close as I could to being that thin and just sprinkled them in there, and they melted down. You don't even you get the flavoring, but you don't get the texture feeling of a sauteed or soggy onion in there. So I'm remembering that for next time to slice up the onions pretty good. Funkin was saying, Funkin Deep _gamer on Twitch. Please give them a follow. Yes, I make enchilada tortilla soup. So good. I won't make that, but I would try that. I don't know if that would be a favorite of mine, but I would try that.
It's usually good with like shredded chicken. So you go grab yourself like a rotisserie chicken, like at the Costco for like $4 or $5. Shred it all up, throw all the stuff in there, make the soup. Like I said, top it with some cilantro, a little bit of like maybe a scoop of guacamole, a little bit of sour cream. Oh, so good. Okay. A little cheddar. It's my favorite. Andy Hannon saying McCormick makes a cheeseburger seasoning that's just all the toppings and seasonings dehydrated that make that soup possible. All right. I'll give that cheeseburger soup concoction a try. I'm always up for looking. I have all these cookbooks. And they're good cookbook, but I started getting those paper tabs that stick on there, and I'm just going through while I'm watching TV or movies. I'm like, oh, I like that recipe. Looks interesting. I'll put a tab on it because eventually I want to take it and digitize them out of the books. My grandma was putting together a cookbook for me of like just old family recipes, but I've been collecting odd gaming cookbooks. Like I have one for Overwatch, so it's like the lore of Overwatch. Has one. I got it. That's the other one I was going to say is I have got that one. So maybe I'm going to start doing more, get the kids involved in cooking in the kitchen with me and do recipes out of these gaming cookbooks. That might be good. Cause I have I think I have a Skyrim one. So that's going to be like more like the hearty, like roasts and things like that. So maybe start doing that kind of stuff. There was a dessert that my mom makes that was probably my second favorite dessert of all time. Banana pudding. It's an open-faced peach cake. That sounds wonderful. It's peach. It's a thin, buttery crust. It's custard. It's all these things. It's fantastic. I don't know how to make it, and I've been asking her for years. She knows how to make it. She's got like that old school family member mind where all the recipes are just in their head. Mm-hmm. And she was trying to figure out where she had it written down somewhere. She didn't have that little recipe box with like the 3x5 cards that you'd have to go through. No, my grandmother had that for a little bit, but she was one of those people too that just it was in your blood. She's that I'll take it to my grave, you son of a bitch. Well, yeah, and here's the thing: I grew up with that grandmother. Everyone in the family raving about how great her spaghetti sauce was, her Sunday sauce was. Granted, German Irish lady, how great her spaghetti sauce was, and everyone raves about it to this day. And I remember growing up, like I never thought it was that big a deal. Like I didn't know why everybody liked it. Until I figured out my own thing with, frying my pancetta, some kind of the red wine in there, my pickle seasonings that I've been like my whole secret recipe for that stuff. Mm-hmm. And I realized I'm like, hers sucked. Like it might as well been out of a jar. She just poured ragu in there and putting a little bit of oregano. Yeah, everyone raved about this thing, and looking back on it, I'm like, I never thought it was that big a deal. So, I mean, look, she made it. People liked it. That's what's important. The family liked it, but I have better recipes for it now, and I realize I'll never go back to those ways. Anyway, the peach cake. She finally finds and writes down the recipe, and she goes, "I got the recipe. I'm going to send it to you." Fantastic. Now, is this one of those, she gives you the recipe and when you read it, you get disappointed that it was that simple? Or is this like you're... No, because I never would have figured this out. Okay, good. So sends me the recipe. Now I'm thinking she's going to email it to me. Mm-hmm. So a few days goes by, I forget about it. And then she asked me, he's like, did you get the recipe? And I said, oh, no, let me check. I don't see it here. She goes, I mailed it a couple days ago. I went, what? You mailed it? Yeah, I sent it in. I go, why would you mail it? She goes, I printed it out and sent it. I go, why would you print it out? She printed out all these recipes for me. There's like 5 different recipes for things that she makes. Awesome. She printed them out. I go, this looks like you did it in a Word document. Could you just send me that file? She goes, why?
I'm like, because I'd rather have she goes, but I already printed it out and sent it to you. I said, I want that digital version so I can cut and paste it into, my things instead of having to go through multiple pages of recipes and stuff that she printed out for me. And look, I'm not poo-pooing this, if you will. I'm so happy she sent me these. I just didn't understand. I mean, look at this. You can see double pages and all this stuff. It's like, why wouldn't you just send me the Word document so I could manipulate it to, my things, what have you? So she's like, I don't know if I still have it. I go, who prints it out and then deletes the file right away? I'm like, what if you got lost in the mail?
And I didn't have it? You can never get it again.
Yeah, it's like, was it Mission Impossible? This will self-destruct in 4 seconds. I'm crumbling up the paper like Inspector Gadget, throwing it into the closet where Chief Quimby's hiding out, and it explodes in his face.
So my grandmother did this exact same thing.
Anyway,
so
right there, real quick. There it is.
And this is you lost it, guys, because he'll kill this feed later on. So my grandmother did this, I think, this past Christmas. Instead of like doing traditional gifts, we've all gotten to an age where it's like, I buy my own stuff. It's hard to really buy me anything, especially if you're, a 70, 80-year-old woman. What are you going to get a 46-year-old man who plays with Legos and watches TV all day?
I'm going to buy me a condo, gonna buy me a Cuisinart. You know that song?
Use one of those.
Get wall-to-wall carpeting, have a pocket full of credit cards. Weird Al. Go ahead.
Anyway, so she gave us all these, made up cookbooks. Like she just put all the recipes that she used to do. Like she's got a good bun cake in there that I love. So I'm glad she put that in there. And she does all this stuff. And she makes it. She gave one to my mom, one to my sister. My brother gets one, even though he doesn't cook. I've got one and stuff like that. So these are all typed up. She did it on her own. She's bored. She's retired. She's just doing all her own thing. She types it up kind of like how your mom did. And she made a cookbook. Well, for my birthday, my mom and I and my daughter were hanging out for lunch and hanging out. She goes, hold on, I got something in my car for you. I'm like, okay. She pulls out a stack of like 10, 15 more pages, just regular 8x11, whatever papers. She goes, here, it's to add to the cookbook. I'm like, what cookbook? The one grandma gave you. I'm like, oh, this is DLC? Like, why are you giving me extra pages?
This is like when you spend the extra $50 to support the artist, and you're going to get a printed copy of it too.
Right. So like she gave me more pages for more recipes. It's like, why didn't you figure out all these recipes beforehand? It was interesting. I've never been handed extra pages to add to an existing cookbook before. It was just wild. I'm like, okay. I mean, I'll forget about it. I'm sure it's still in the back of my car, but like, it blew my mind that she was still compiling recipes, printing them out, creating the hole punch to add to an existing thing that's just been sitting on my shelf. So it was just very wild. I've never seen that happen before. But yes, it's very old school to do like a physical printed out recipe and hand it to somebody. Like I said, the 3x5 cards were how my grandma used to have them.
That was the old method. It was, you would write them on little index cards and you had your little, filing thing with
I like the handwriting.
Yeah, all of that stuff there. I'm gonna buy me a condo, never have to mow the lawn. Gonna get me a t-shirt with the alligator on. Good for you, Jerry, in the chat for finishing that song. Bravo.
Good job.
Funkin' Deep Gamer. That's hilarious because I'm the opposite. I have all my recipes on my laptop, but I print them all out so I can have a physical recipe on the counter when I'm cooking. We did this in culinary school too. Yes, but that's what I'm doing. I have a digital copy. A while ago, I was asking everybody about recipe apps.
Yes, that's right.
There's one app that's really good, but they want like $60 a month or something to use the fucking app.
What are you, Xbox?
And it's the one where it's like, where if you see, because a lot of people post recipes on Instagram or TikTok, like they'll show you how to make it, but in the text is the recipe. And trying to copy it out of there can be a pain in the ass. So this app, you can send them the link to the video. It reads the thing, takes the recipe, organizes it for you so that you know, here's the part with the ingredients, here's the part with the measurements, here's this, and the cooking temperature. It does it all for you. I was looking for an app like this, and a lot of these apps either were discontinued or weren't working correctly, and the one that was good, I didn't want to spend that much fucking money on. I think it's called the Recipe app.
So simple.
So I was trying to find something where I could put them in the app so I could have it quickly for when I'm cooking. I can just look at my phone, but I also want to put it into the digital copy. So I have it there. And then I have an actual cookbook. It's just a giant 3-ring binder where it's printed out in those plastic holders. So the paper goes in there, it's locked up. So if you spill anything, they're not getting damaged, but I have the physical copy there as well. So I wanted a digital version and that thing there. And that seems to be confusion some people. And not just with the recipe stuff, but I've had other people where I'm like, hey, I need they used to do this at SiriusXM all the fucking time. We had to make artwork or something or video, whatever. Hey, I need to get, you have to go to a certain department in the company. It's like, hey, I need to get the official logo. Why? What are you doing with it? Well, we're doing this. We're promoting this thing here. We have a sponsor. I need to put the logo on the thing so we can put it out on the website and what have you. Okay. They would send me the logo and it's like the small version of it. I go, right. Can I get the bigger version? What do you need the bigger version for? Because if I stretch this out to fit the artwork, it's all pixelated. Well, tell me what size you need. Can you just send me the vector file? Or an oversized, PNG version of it, because that's the transparency. It was like you got to go and physically threaten these people. They're gatekeeping this, if you want to call it that way. Well, we don't need to. It's like bullshit. Your logo's on everything. You want your logo everywhere. Give me the logo so we can do what you want and put it on the thing. It shouldn't have to be a fight all the time for that kind of shit. So when you tell people, it's like, hey, can you send me this thing here? And they send you a screenshot of it or they send you the link. I'm like, yeah, could you send me the actual file? I just texted you the photo. Right. But it compresses the photo through the text.
Yeah.
Or it's on the Instagram or it's on the Twitter. Just download it from there or the Facebook. Facebook's notorious for downsizing everything. I'm like, yes, but it's not can you just send me the original version, email it, or now put it into a Google Drive or Dropbox, whatever. Send me the link. I'll download it. I'll tell you as soon as I download it, you can delete it. That extra step to getting exactly what you need to get your job done or your project made seems to be the biggest inconvenience in the world to people. It's like, we're all supposed to be working at the same company. Why are you making this so hard for us to put stuff out? It's like, I could put it out and not put and then it became the way we started putting Opie and Anthony stuff out there with no SiriusXM mentions, and no logos, whatever. If it's on the mic stand on the mic flag while we're in there, or if it's on the wall somewhere, that's about as good as you're going to get. We didn't put the branding on there anymore. You didn't send us the video for the YouTube. Right. We didn't. Why? Because it would sit in your office for like 2 to 3 weeks until somebody approved it, and then it would be outdated. That's when you go and you do shit and you got to sit there and like, I'll take the heat for it. At least it got done. You're going to yell at me for doing my job better than how the rest of your company's doing your job. Whatever. Not just me, but like Paul had it, Sam had it. Anytime we needed something official from the company, it was just a fucking nightmare.
Sounds like my IT department at work. They just fight me on everything.
But the fun part is the shared drives. When you got permission to the shared drives, I'd go snooping in other people's folders to see if they were open. And if they're open, I go in there and I see what they got. And I go, oh, they have that version of the logo. There's the one without the shadow behind it. I would just start downloading
all their stuff, yeah. And
I'd hoard it myself. I have it in a folder. It's like we needed to do something else. I would change the logo. I'd change the coloring. I'd whatever. Where did that logo? We didn't approve that. Yeah, you didn't. Why is it that color? Because it fits the rest of the scheme of what we did here. Well, you didn't ask permission. You're right. I stopped asking for permission because asking for permission was for suckers. You weren't getting anything done. Anyway, back to the cookbook thing. That was the point. Just send me the link. Let me do what I need to do. I don't need to justify why I need that version. Just be kind and give me that version and I'll leave you alone. Anyway, I have the paper version that I have to digitize and put into there. But one day I'll make the open-faced peach cake and I'll put it up online and
that would be good.
See if it's good. Yeah,
that's what we should do. Is like we have our music playlist, which you can check on Spotify and Apple Music and all that stuff. But we should do our own. Like we should start doing show recipes.
Is there a public place where we can post stuff?
I'm sure we could figure something out.
That we could make a stream feed like we did with
we can start utilizing our Discord. Start pushing people towards Discord again. Oh my God! Look at Nightbot.
I know Nightbot.
Oh, okay. Funkin' Gamer put it up.
Nightbot's listening, just like everybody else. All right, all right. We'll work on that. We will work on that because I get every time I show the goulash, everybody's asking me what's the recipe for the goulash, and then I got to see if I have it in my phone to send it to them or not. But Funkin' Deep Gamer saying, talking about gaming cookbooks, I was gifted the Stardew Valley and Sea of Thieves cookbooks for my husband for Christmas. So I was gifted from my bad. I can't read. From my husband for Christmas. I highly recommend the Sea of Thieves one. Lots of good fish recipes and also cocktails. Jordan has that.
I have that one. It's really good.
That might be some good video content for the channel where you can just do little quick cuts and just show the finished product. Like it'd be under a minute.
Or you know what? We start adding it into your streams. When you're streaming, you can use like the little the crawl at the bottom. You just stream a recipe while you're fishing on your Sea of Thieves stream.
Right. E-Rock is exposing what he does to frustrate Opie about the catalog. No, I won't give him anything. That's the thing. Let me address this thing because then we have other videos and stuff that we got to get to before segment 2. The Opie video. I've had people ask me, it's like, what happened to the Opie thing? I caught some of it during the live. I didn't get to hear all of it. Some people heard about it and didn't get the chance to hear it or see it. Yes, it's not in the radio version and it's not in the video version of the show. It went on for a while, so I cut it out. But I'm re-editing it. I'm not eliminating anything that we said. We're not hiding anything. I'm chopping a lot of stuff out because sometimes it was a bit long-winded. But here's something, and I was discussing this with Jordan the other night. Here's something that I didn't expect. While I was talking about some of the situations involving him, I kept saying, man, I wish I had that video still. Or when he did that, I thought I had that photo, and I didn't. And as I'm editing it and I get to those parts, I go, it has to be somewhere in my archive. I have to have it somewhere. And I went digging. And most of my nights was me watching television and up till 4 or 5 in the morning, going through hard drives and burnt CDs and DVDs and all of this stuff, looking for this stuff. And as I mentioned certain things, reference points, I found audio. I found the videos. I found all this stuff. So now it's like I'm making a documentary. So I'm trying to figure out where to pinpoint all this stuff in there. And I'm a little over halfway done. But I have a sick kid. I had other stuff going on. Real life was taking me away from this. So I tried to work on it at night.
He's got that conspiracy board like Charlie has in Sunny, where he's just got all these different things and he's just everywhere with it. Right.
So as I was talking to Jordan, I said, I don't know if this is worth it. If this is just, sometimes I fall down these creative loops where I have a simple idea. I'm like, all right, I could do this. And as it's going on, I'm like, well, what if I add this? Or what if I can do that? Can I find that? Whatever. And then this simple little project becomes a big ordeal. I make it way too complicated on myself. Other times I have all of this stuff and I have it planned out in my head, which is why I keep like the notepad next to my bed or the note thing in my phone while I'm out because stuff is in my head. I just write it down so I don't forget it. And it's a big grandiose thing. And then you look at it and it's automatically overwhelming and you go, I don't want to sit here. I want to do it. It'll be a lot of fun to get it done, but it's just crossing that threshold of like this. I just made so much more work for myself. I don't know if I want to do that tonight. I've been forcing myself. It's the first scenario. And every time I get to a different point, I'm like, I have to have that video that I'm referencing here of him writing this cryptic shit in the sand. I have to have this thing where he's talking about the part where he's crying, where he's like, what grown man, talks about his friends. And I'm like, I have the audio where he's crying that he's not friends with Anthony anymore. I'm like showing the juxtaposition of what he's saying now to what he actually is. And I laid it out to Jordan and Josh. And then I said, I don't know if this is worth it. And Jordan had to actually kick my ass a little bit about it. He goes, every time you do these things blow up in the good way. They blow up online. We've had a good track record. When you take the time and add this stuff into it, people pay attention to it. So I'm close to getting that all done. That's why it's been a week. How do you say that name? Ekoa?
Sure.
Yeah. That guy, girl, they, them, whatever. Sounds like it'll be worth the wait. I think so. I hope so, because there's a lot of cutting back and forth to reference points. So it's showing you what's going on there. Totally worth it. Okay. All right. So I'm on the right path with this. I will get it out as soon as I possibly can. So because I had people saying, oh, he's hiding it or you're whatever. No, there's no problem. I'll put it all out. I just am trying to add more and take more of me out of the video and add in more of those things that I was describing. So instead of me going long form to describe it, here's the clip, here's the reference, here's the juxtapositions of what he's saying then to what he's saying now. evidence, receipts, whatever proof that people call all that stuff. So it's coming. I do appreciate everybody actually having interest in the fact, because I thought once we cut it from the show, because it's too long. The radio show would have been 4 hours.
Yeah, I think we went
put on there
about 4.5 hours that night, and we barely took a break between segment 1 and 2 that night. So a lot of that was, a lot of content that you had to cut, but for a good reason.
Right. So did all of that. And when I cut it out of the show, I'm like, I don't think anyone's really going to care at this point. It might be. And then, no, I was wrong. I got a lot of messages asking about where that shit was because people hadn't seen it, didn't get to see all of it, hear it, whatever. It is coming. I promise you. I'm not trying to hype it up like it's going to be this grandiose thing. I just wanted to explain why it was taking so long. So
I'm hyping it up. Expect excellence, everybody.
Right.
It'll make
that is still coming. All right. What is the Discord's doing this again?
It's not me. I don't hear it.
What is going on? Oh, I had to join somebody else's Discord for something. I was doing another show, and some people still use Discord to patch them in to things, right? I mean, look, it's no different than the software you're using or Zoom or any of that stuff there, but they're using Discord for this stuff. And then when you join a new
server
Discord,
or whatever,
the settings are all different.
Yeah, so none of it's the same.
Yeah, so you're getting all their notifications, the people in their chats going off about, here's my cat pic. It's like, all right, I don't care about your cat pic. There we go. Discord has been dismantled. Good. All right. Let me tell you about the dentist real quick, and then we got to get to the videos here.
Yeah.
Last week, we talked about the dental ordeal that I had about going to get a root canal, and the lady that was just trying to get me to pay for everything with a credit card while I'm sitting there in the chair. Right.
Right.
So I have the follow-up, which was they had the last time they had, I guess, destroyed the tooth, put a temporary thing in there, a cap, if you will. And I was going this week to get the root canal thinking, all right, they'll do all the surgery and then put the crown in there. Well, no, because I got to go back again next week to get the crown put in. They did the root canal and the surgery, and they were putting like titanium or something in there. Like you're seeing these little metal things go. And I'm like, this looks horrifying.
See, this is my favorite part when you tell stories, because you've told me parts of this story. So now I have to walk you back a little bit.
Okay, please.
What happened the first time you were supposed to go back? And they didn't
that's what
allow
I'm
it?
getting to.
Okay, I'm just making sure, because you skipped to the part where you're getting all the metal put in your face. I'm like, no.
All right.
There was
I had the appointment for Tuesday. Now, last week, when I finished my appointment, while I'm getting out of the chair, that lady was there immediately making the appointment for the following week, which would have been this week, to get the root canal surgery done. While I'm getting out of the chair, they're taking the bib off of me. I'm not even sitting all the way upright yet. Makes the appointment. Okay, great. Friday, I get a phone call just confirming that you're good for the appointment next week. No, it wasn't Friday. It was Saturday morning. There were some calls. They called me early in the morning. Like I was sleeping in on a Saturday. I didn't deal with any of that stuff. The second call I saw I missed, I called back right away. I was like, what's going on? We're just calling to confirm your appointment for Tuesday. Yeah, that's fine. I made the appointment leaving the surgery on this past Tuesday. I'll be there. Okay, great. Sunday, I'm getting automated texts from their service. And I'm like, I'm not
24 hours in advance. Yeah.
Asking it's Sunday and the appointment's on Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, I'm not responding to this. I already confirmed 2 different times. I'm not doing this. So I'm running a little late on Tuesday. And I said, hey, I'm on my way. Just letting you know I'll be there in a couple minutes. And the lady goes, all right, what's your name? This is the lady at the front desk, not the other lady. Mm-hmm. She goes, oh, that appointment was canceled. What? Why was that canceled? And she's looking and she goes, oh, you didn't confirm the appointment. I go, I did 2 different times. She goes, well, the thing to your text to your phone didn't get a response that you confirmed. I said, the appointment was made as I left the seat last week to confirm there. And then on Saturday morning, I got a phone call that I then told them, yes, I was coming to this. And she goes, well, I don't know what that is because we're not open on the weekends. I'm like, who called me on Saturday morning then? I don't know. Well, they called twice before I called them back to confirm the appointment. Why did I have to send a text? Well, because you didn't send the text thing. I guess I didn't read until after this fact, but it said if I didn't respond by that night, that it would cancel the appointment on me. I never responded to it. So it canceled the appointment on me.
That's weird because, like I said, usually those texts are sent out to give you the opportunity to reschedule if necessary. Otherwise, it's business as usual. I've never gotten a text that if I don't reply, they cancel. If it's you cancel, go ahead and reply C, and then you can reschedule. It happens with every orthodontist appointment for the kid, every doctor's appointment for the kids. Not one person has ever canceled because I've never replied to their automation.
Right.
This is weird.
Yeah, here it is. The automated thing. Hi, Eric. We're looking forward to seeing you on the 9/30/2005 at 12 p.m. Please confirm by the end of today to save your spot. If we don't receive confirmation, the appointment will be canceled. Thank you for your prompt reply. I didn't even finish reading the text because I had already confirmed twice, right? So because I didn't respond to the text, it's like, oh, I don't need to talk to the people. It's the text I need to concern myself with in order to have anything happen. And like you were telling me, it's like, I should only have to confirm to the text thing if I'm going to cancel or have to reschedule.
Right.
Not to confirm for the third time. So this is adding to the list of what I'm pissed off about this place. Again, the dentist is fantastic. The assistants, the people there are fantastic. It's that one lady that's running the business stuff that is the huge fucking pain in the ass, right? Fucking Deep saying, so who called you on Saturday? It was under the number from the dentist. So I don't know if the lady is calling from her home using the system or whatever she was doing, but apparently that didn't sit in there. Didn't schedule, and I don't know. The lady was just driving me fucking nuts. So the appointment's canceled. I had to go the next day. Now, like, I had stuff to do Wednesday. Tuesday, I had nothing to do. I had it open because you're getting root canal, and say what you want. It's kind of a big deal. And after that wears off, you're going to feel like shit for the rest of the day. So Wednesday comes around. I go and I get it done. And they're working on everything. And I'm sitting there with the glasses. I have my headphones on because I'm trying to tune out everything that's going on. Apparently, I have a high tolerance to whatever the stuff is that they use to numb your voice, numb your the pain in your mouth. Because they had the cotton thing, the Q-tip thing hanging out of my mouth that had some chemical that numbs everything so they can do the injections. One on the inside between the cheek and the gum. One on the inside of your mouth going off to the side of the gum there. And then I think the third one that was going in went straight up, right? And as it went in there, I jolted.
I hate the dentist.
And they, all right, whatever. So they sit me, they move the seat back up. They go, all right, we'll just let this all take place. We'll come back in 10 minutes to do the rest of it. And the dentist goes, she goes, you felt that? I go, I think the jolt showed you that I did. She goes, how bad was the pain? I said, it wasn't that bad, but it was enough to go, oh my God, there's something there. And she was looking and she goes, you have a really high tolerance to this stuff here. We might have to break out the laughing gas. And I
did she say it again?
The fact that she called, well, I'm adding it back in, but the fact that she called it laughing gas is such an outdated thing.
So weird.
She was, saying we may have to, put you under. And I said, I can't. I drove here. I have no one to pick me up because you screwed up my appointment yesterday. I get everything done. I'm fine. I go to leave. All right, that lady shows up. All right, your next appointment is Wednesday at this time. Like, she didn't even ask me the day and time. She told me when it is. And I go, why am I coming back? She goes, you got to put the crown in. Why wasn't it done? I've had root canals before, and it was 2 days, 2 different appointments at most. Why is there a third one? I don't know. But so now I have this thing. I got to go back next week. And I'm talking to people about the thing with the texting, canceling. And they all said, you got to tell the dentist this. I go, I will. I am not saying a word until this is done.
I was going to say, yeah, don't complain before everything's finished.
Yeah. So I'm going to wait till everything is done, and then I'll call the dentist and have a conversation with her and say, hey, look, just so you know what was going on in your office, these are the following things that happened. I'm not doing that until this is all complete, because I don't want anything to be fucked up financially on the billing or physically with the surgery and all that shit. It's just better safe than sorry right now. So that's where I'm at. Funkin' Deep said, I would have shown up, showed them the call log, and then told them they got to do it that day or pay you a cancellation fee. Well, that's the thing I haven't gotten an answer back yet. If they're charging me a cancellation fee, because that better not be on the bill there, because I didn't cancel the appointment. I have the phone log. I have the other thing. I didn't cancel the appointment. Well, you didn't respond to the text. That you can go fuck yourself sideways with that, because that's not my fault. I spoke to the person. I made the appointment in-house coming out of the chair to do all of this stuff. John Troutman in the chat saying, a text is more valuable than a person. We live in weird times. I know. And in a lot of ways, I'm glad I don't have to deal with people, where I can buy things online, go get things done. Some ways it's fantastic. In other ways, you do need to talk to a person. And that's when it becomes frustrating, because there's no balance to it.
That reminds me, there's a Walmart right by my house. And for the longest time, they tore out the whole front end, and literally 99% of all the registers were all scan it yourself, do it yourself. You got the guy hovering around, seeing if you need help, but that's it. They had one or two where the people want to go up to a belt, and that's it. Over the last couple weeks, they tore all that out again and put registers back.
Wait, what place is this?
Walmart.
Okay. Oh, so yeah. They did that here a long time ago.
They put all the registers back, and it's pissing people off, because now they'll only have 2 people running registers, and lines are just going out to everywhere. Where it was like, I could have just done this myself and gotten the fuck out of here. If
you don't remember, we talked about this. The problem is because they had cameras, looking down on you, monitoring. They have the cameras in the checkout looking at you, so it has your face. But they would have those painted marks on the floor. Put your cart here, because that's the area the camera could look at your cart to see what you're doing. People weren't putting their carts in the painted spots. They had all this surveillance and automated security with this thing. And if something was off-putting or whatever, it would send a signal to security or people, and then the humans would get involved with it, right? They lost so much money, especially at Walmart, from the self-checkout. That's why they said, we need to scrap all of this and put the shopping lines back. They also have a specialty shopping section if you're a Walmart premium subscriber. It's like I guess it's like Amazon, where you get free shipping and all this other stuff by subscribing to Walmart. There's special lanes on the ends of the entire row of checking out that you can only get in to do your self-checkout yourself if they need you to scan your app to make sure you're some kind of premium customer. Then you could do the self-checkout now.
Interesting.
Right?
But yeah, I just thought it was wild that they tore all that out and then didn't even open any of the lanes up. Like, okay, so this is all just wasted space because no one's using it.
Right.
And I don't know. It's just, they went for convenience. They went for what's cheapest, and then they lost money. And now they're back to wanting to have people help you, and they just don't even have people helping you.
Right.
It's like, even the lady behind me, they were like, this is taking forever. And I was like, yep, all in the name of convenience and saving money. And it was just, yeah.
Yeah, it happens. I was at home, like I said earlier, I was at Home Depot the other day, and they put in, they rearranged their stuff. It's all self-checkout now, which is weird because the amount of space they took up for self-checkout, when you go to Walmart, go to Home Depot, it's not like when you go to Walmart or a Target or a supermarket, you're buying a lot of things, but they're small, manageable things. There are people, contractors, home improvement specialists that are going in there. They've got the big platform carts that has like toilets and giant lumber and sheetrock and PVC piping that have to go through the self-checkout and scan the shit themselves.
Yeah,
and you go,
items.
That kind of stuff, floor tiling, which is heavy as hell. They shouldn't have to go through a self-checkout. There should be like a contractor lane or multiple contractor lanes for people buying that big stuff, garden stuff. You can buy full trees and shrubbery and all of those things. You're still going through the self-checkout. I went through there. I was just buying some extra of those storage tubs and those circles that coil up lights for the Halloween stuff, whatever. I was just buying cheap shit. And I go through the thing there. Were you paying cash or card? Card. Or go to that one there. I go, aren't they all cash or card? She goes, yeah, but go to that one there. Like, what? She's justifying her job as being the hall monitor for the self-checkout, right?
They do have a lot of power sometimes.
I'm opening. Now, when you have a big bin that has the lid on there, people steal shit, so that you got to open that up. You got to lift it up out of the cart to make sure stuff's not under there. I get that. So when I got there, I popped the lid off and I turned it sideways. So it's standing straight up in the cart like this. And I get the light gun to go do it. And the lady walks over and she goes, it's over here. I go, I know. And I'm trying to do that. And she's looking through the cart and everything. I don't mind her looking through the cart. I get that's a security protocol. But I put the thing down and I scanned the little things that I have. Now that they're scanned, I turn the bin the right way, dump everything, because we don't have bags. In New York and New Jersey, you don't have bags for anything anymore. So I'm using the bin as my storage bin to bring all my stuff there. So everything's scanned. I dump it into the bin, put the lid on there, going to check out. Now she's on the other side of me. Tap your card here. I know how this works.
It is wild how much hand holding they want to do on that self-checkout stuff. And like some people do need it.
That's fine. But if you need
I got my headphones in.
You call. I had my headphones in at that point. Oh shit. I didn't bring the video. All right. Hold on. Remind me real quick about the video.
Yeah.
So I had my headphones in. I'm going through everything there. I know how to do it. If you need help, that's when they come over to show you how to do this stuff. I get it. Elderly people, stupid people, don't know how to work this stuff. I get that. That's why you're there. I didn't ask for assistance once. The fact that she comes over to look through the bin and all that stuff there, zero problems. I get it. It's a security thing. You're making sure I'm not stealing anything or anybody's not stealing. No complaints from me whatsoever. None. In fact, when I'm online, I've talked about this for years, especially at Walmart, they wave me through right away because I can't get that receipt to them fast enough. I'm sitting there waving the receipt while there's one or two people, the greeters at the door that check your receipts to get out. Everybody's got big bulky items. Now that there's no bags, if they used to check you, if you had stuff that wasn't in bags, they wanted to know why isn't that in a bag? They wanted to look. They would go and they check all your items in there. I'm sitting there waving. They see me waving. I'm two people deep into the line and I'm just sitting there like this, not breaking eye contact. Never a thought in their mind. They look, I have a receipt. They wave me right through. Don't check a thing. You want to call it privilege? Okay, fine. But that I'll gladly exploit. I will to my dying day. If I can get out of a store fast enough by waving the receipt and say, please check my stuff. And they wave me through. Fantastic. I'm good with that. Right? So she's going through the bin. I get it. I don't need you to show me how to put my credit card onto the thing. I don't need you to show me hit that button if I want to email a receipt to myself or not. It's not like in the early 2000s where some people still don't know how to use computers. We're 30 years into this. If you don't know how to do this, it's Darwinism. You'll be phased out naturally because you couldn't survive.
Right.
So, yeah, it was just so annoying. It's like, do this, do that. I didn't ask you, ma'am. No offense. I don't need your help. Leave me alone. The video, I was telling you about this. I forgot to cut up the rest of the video because I had other shit here. I'm in the store. Something is playing this is going to be the tease for next week. I'm in the store. Something is playing over the loudspeaker in the entire store that I had to find a spot in the store where nobody was in this area of the seasonal section in the back and just turned the video recorder on my phone on and hold it up to the ceiling. Now these ceilings, 50 feet higher
at least
in a Home Depot, like pretty high ceilings.
Oh yeah.
I'm holding it up to get as close as I can to the speaker on there to record what was going on over the loudspeaker and how long it was going on that nobody bothered to check or fix it. So that's your teaser for next week. I apologize. I thought I had the video done and I realized as we started the show, I never finished the video. So they're in multiple parts and I got to condense it down so it makes sense. So that's the teaser for next week. Look for that. All right. Let's move on to some videos that I do have.
Ooh.
You cool with that? Or unless there's unless there's something that you would like to discuss before we do any of that?
No, I'm good. The only thing I've got going on in my life really is like just working. I've got
Your hair looks better this week. I'll say that.
It's getting long, and I'm trying to figure out what to do with it sometimes.
You look like you're the surf friend in an 80s movie. The way the hair's coming out like that.
Whoa.
Arnie from The Simpsons.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
No,
is it Carney or Dolph?
Kearney.
No, Kearney's the bald chef looking one. It's curly looking one. It's Dolph.
Is it Dolph or Rolf?
No, I think it's Dolph. He's the friend that has the hair coming out to the side of the point like that.
But yeah, nothing crazy going on. I just found out today that Nine Inch Nails added more dates, and they're coming back to Arizona in March. And I'm like, of course they are. I'm gonna have to go to another concert. I'm just gonna have to. I
have something 9 Inch Nails related if you'd like to check it out a little bit.
I would love to see that.
You're all familiar, I'm sure you are, with the legendary song, which Trent Reznor has said throughout the course of time is no longer their song.
I reject that.
He may have written it. He said, but I have no ownership to it anymore. It is not my song. And it's probably one of the more respectful things anyone, an artist could have said to another artist.
Yeah, good on him. I reject that. But
we're talking about, you reject it?
I reject it.
You think their version's better than the cover?
No, both are good. I'm just saying, like,
fair point.
I mean, again, that was the first CD I ever bought myself back in high school. Like, I just have an affinity for Downward Spiral for this song.
Okay.
And for that album altogether. So for me to say
I fully understand that. I appreciate it.
Yeah. No, both are good. Anyway, I reject.
We're talking about Trent Reznor's version of Hurt, the original.
Which, again, fantastic live 2 weeks ago. So
he said at every opportunity when that song's brought up, he goes, it's not my song anymore. Once Johnny Cash covered it, he realized he's like, this isn't my song. This wasn't for me. This is his song. Now, there's very few artists that give that high a praise to somebody covering their song and saying, it would be terrible if I did it. And I wrote the song. It's not as good as they did it. Another one that comes to mind is Neil Diamond, because he's had a few songs that he said that were better that other people covered it than him. Daydream Believer, not Daydream Believer, I'm a Believer by the Monkees, and Red Red Wine by UB40.
UB40.
Both of those songs made him millions of dollars, and it's not even his version.
I forget that UB40's version is not theirs. Like, it's so iconic to them, and it's like their one hit that people know.
Well, they have 2 hits, and they didn't write either one of them.
Good for
you
them.
know the second hit?
No, which one is that one?
Elvis's "I Can't Help Falling in Love with You."
Oh, yes, that's right.
That's their other hit, and they didn't write that one either.
Nope.
Anyway, long way to go. Hurt.
Okay.
I have a new mashup involving Hurt that I think you're going to. You didn't listen to this already, did you?
No, I didn't. Like, I loaded that one song
around in the back end before the show, and I was hoping you didn't play it yet.
We're talking about Dude Wipes again?
No.
All I did was load that one song, and that was it.
Okay. Here we go.
I hurt myself today to see if I still feel. I focus on the pain, the only thing that's real. And you can have it all, my imcarved dirt. I will let you down, I will make you hurt. What if I become?
Like it or no?
No, I mean, I don't.
Too old a song?
Like, I don't mind like surf music. I don't mind Beach Boys. Like, this song doesn't work.
I will make you hurt.
Okay. It's not for you. All right. I thought you would enjoy that. Apparently.
No, I mean, it's fine. It's
not
funny.
everything can be a home run, my friend.
But that reminds me. You say home run, I was actually going to say, this reminds me of something like the Baseballs would do.
Oh, the Baseballs are good.
And I like what they do. But I don't know. The mashup just seems weird.
Well, we're also saying Jordan is notorious for hating the Beach Boys. Wow. I had no idea that you had a whole crusade against how terrible they are. All right. Never mind. Moving on.
You know what? And fuck the Eagles while we're at it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
So radio, every now and then I like to bring you're not a product of radio. You didn't, you grew up with some radio, but you were never
not as heavily
until recently, right? So every now and then I like to bring examples of stuff that has happened in radio, that is happening in radio. It's almost a teaching moment for you, but an entertainment moment for you and the audience out there, because these are some things that people may not know about. Well, in today's day and age, you would find it to be pretty hard to fuck up a radio broadcast that wasn't that something shorted out and the feed went dead on a radio station, right? You're talking about cross signals, playing the wrong thing. It's almost it's pretty difficult to get it done now because there's a lack of human error on those things, right? Well, what happens when you're listening to the biggest news talk station in the United States, 1010 Wins here in New York City, and a different feed starts playing while they're doing traffic and weather and all of that stuff? Let me adjust the volume here. Let's take a listen.
.com. Greg Rice, 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM.
Let's get a check of your AccuWeather forecast. Here's meteorologist Brian Thompson.
After another pretty warm day today, Lori, it is going to be cooling off.
Okay. News talk sounds very professional. It's exactly what it is, right? Okay, here we go.
A pretty warm day today, Lori. It is going to be cooling off quite a bit over the next few days, including tonight. The breeze is going to be picking up, and it is going to be cooler as it turns out, clear to partly cloudy.
No, yes. Dude, are you coming right now? I am. Don't look at me. Oh, God. Yeah. Unplug it, maybe. Unplug it.
I don't know where that's coming from, Greg, but it seems to be we have another station on the air here. What is... I can't even...
I know exactly where that's from, too.
Okay.
I have to look it up, but I think I know exactly where that's from.
Greg!
This is all live on the air, by the way. This is not altered.
Have another station on the air here? What is... I can't even...
Wait.
Greg!
They killed the whole station.
They just killed the whole thing.
They turned everything off, and they're going through the audition feeds, trying to find out where this is coming from before they put the station back on. So that's why you heard it pop up again real quick, because the board op or the engineers are freaking out trying to find out where is this feed coming from. There's more.
Oh.
It's playing.
Oh, I don't hear it.
I know. No, I know.
Oh, it's just dead. Okay.
The video's still playing. This is the screen recording off the phone app. It's still playing as the station. When you're hearing nothing, the station's off the air while this is happening.
Wow.
Still playing.
Try this again. We are getting a lot of interference right now on the line, but we're going to try to connect now with AccuWeather's Brian Thompson. Brian.
Well, Lori, we do have a breezy, cooler night in store for tonight. It is going to turn out clear to partly cloudy. We'll get down to 56 for an overnight low. So after what's been a couple of warm days, certainly going to be cooling off a bit.
I'll kill it there. But yeah, that went out live over the air.
That's
now
hilarious.
1010 Wins. Like a lot of radio stations have the live streaming, has the app, right? But has an AM and FM relay in New York City. So you could hear it. That's why it's so clear, because this is the online feed.
Right.
But when that went on, scrolling back real quick, because you can go backwards to get that before that shit's gone too. But luckily, it's been captured here. Go ahead. What is that from?
So there's this TV show. I think it might be on
the Netflix show.
It might actually be on Netflix. It's called Working Moms. It stars
it's a Canadian show. Yeah, I watched
Catherine Reitman, Ivan Reitman's daughter. She was also a bit part on Always Sunny in Philadelphia. She's real funny. Her and her friend go to like this massage place, and they go do those aqua massages. Where they're in there, and it's literally making her have an orgasm. And they're like, should we just keep going? And she's trying to hold it in, and her friend's laying next to her, and the other one going, just please stop her. Please stop. And she's just about to just let go. And like, as soon as I heard that audio, I'm like, I know exactly where that's from.
Yes.
Not a random porn movie, but
Catherine Reitman. Yes, I do remember this now that you're talking about it. All right, so now we know where
who has that audio for, like who had that playing.
Somebody that had access to the live feed. Now, this wasn't somebody cutting in and putting that on deliberately.
Yeah.
Probably somebody that's a board op there, whatever, is working and puts this thing on there, has that playing while they're working.
Mm-hmm. But
they have the audio coming through the board, which is always a recipe for disaster when you're watching streaming
So
stuff or
bad.
TV and it still can be caught up on the board.
Mm-hmm.
It's somebody's computer streaming Netflix that they have the computer feed live on the on-air thing. So, yeah, that was quickly squashed and removed from everything.
Hilarious.
But luckily I get a copy of it. Tim's like, in this day and age, you have X-rated stuff going out over. It's not even like if you had like an edgy rock morning show, or something like that. News talk. They're in the middle of a traffic and weather report, and that comes on. So there you go.
Wow, that is really funny.
Radio at its finest. If they kept doing that, then I would fully support radio beating out podcasts. Right, Bagsley? This is a great callback. Somehow it's Earl Douglas's fault.
That's so funny.
Yeah, nothing beats Ron Bennington long pause to let Fez sit in awkwardness. We've said it. He's the only guy that can make that happen. He's the only guy with the only show where he can sit there and wait multiple beats with what we call a pregnant pause. And it's not pissing the listeners off. It's not pissing anybody else off. Because then out of somewhere and he goes, I don't know what to do with you, Fez. Johnny, you're on the phone with Ron and Fez. Like, it's like he's been quiet for 30 seconds.
Right. Just dead air.
It just works with him.
It's good.
Fucking radio legend, Ron Bennington. All right. What else do I have to show? I have a lot of cool stuff I want to show you here. We have a fascination. Is this not letting me? Oh, there it is. Okay. I thought it wasn't going to play. I was going to get upset. We have a fascination, somewhat of a healthy obsession with the Savannah Bananas.
I mean, it's a sensation across the nation.
Right.
Like
so much so, because they're based out of where? South Carolina, North Carolina?
Savannah, Georgia.
Savannah, Georgia. It's somewhere down in that area, right? And they would play, independent fields, minor league ballparks. They're not affiliated with MLB or minor league teams or any of that stuff. They're the kind of their own deal, but they turned this into where it was them playing. It was almost originally, I guess, kind of started like the Harlem Globetrotters.
It was born of the necessity from COVID to do something in that area. So it was more like a local roadshow where they developed maybe 4 teams, but it was all centralized in this one city, one area. And it just kind of blew up and became more of a national traveling roadshow, really, of wrestling baseball. Like it's a gimmick.
Yeah, it's a whole
circus.
performance, a circus. It's everything. I mean, a guy comes out in stilts.
That guy was great.
Yeah, they do all this cool shit. So we've been fans for a while now.
Yeah, I went to a game back in February.
The rest of America has been catching on. They showed up on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to cut that down, but that thing went on for like 6 minutes. So I was like, all right, I don't think we need to do that. Now they're getting so much attention that people are seeking to be part of their performances and what they're doing. Something happened recently. They were playing, I think they were at, not Tropicana. What's the one in Miami for the Marlins?
I thought that was Tropicana.
What's the Tampa one?
Isn't it the one that got destroyed, like messed up during the hurricane?
No, that's that's where the Devil Rays play in Tampa. That one got destroyed. Well, whatever the Miami Marlins home stadium is, they apparently rented it out and they did some games.
Lone Depot Park. That just rolls right off the tongue.
Yeah, I know. They bring out a special guest, and I clipped this because I thought you were going to enjoy it. Check this out.
Look at this. Selling these stadiums out across the country.
More than and throwing the first pitch. I love the guy.
Yeah, that's cool.
We used to see him up at Sirius a lot, and couldn't have been nicer every time that he was there.
Do you know who else, like rapper wise, does these kinds of things, but it's more local because he just loves it? Lil Jon. He does it for the Vegas Golden Knights. He's like always at games. He's always doing stuff. He loves the hockey team. Like he even did part of like an opening video back in like the 22-23 season. But yeah, he's been involved with the team's activities since like they became a team. But yeah, I mean, seeing 50 out there, that's great. Like I saw, I think a couple months back, it may have been a Boston show. All American Rejects just randomly started doing a concert like in the stands. Like they just started doing live shows because back when they were doing all their like backyard shows and things like that, they just started doing a show kind of like in the 7th inning stretch and then put on a concert in the middle of the game. Like people are finding out that that's is like the way to go.
It reminds me of when Real Big Fish would do the thing for basketball.
Mm-hmm.
They were the band out in the bleachers for.
Yeah,
that's not a bad idea.
I know. Just get like a fun band out in the bleachers. You could do it. Like, we really need you to do something.
Jared's saying Little John and 50 Cent have done a lot with the Sacramento Kings as well. Yep. All right, let's start compiling some of these things.
Yeah, I'll try to find some stuff and see if we can find
and put it all together here. But when I saw that he was on the Savannah Bananas thing, I was like, I'm glad really more people are waking up to this and enjoying this more than baseball itself because it's fun.
Baseball's boring. I forgot baseball's still going.
Right.
People are like, oh my God, like, it's October, it's playoffs. And I'm like, oh, that means it's almost done. I have to deal with basketball.
If you, what is this one labeled? I have this here. Is it? Oh, there it is. We're going to stay in the same vein as celebrities showing up unexpectedly for different fun things. There is this Australian father-daughter couple on TikTok and Instagram that have like 500 million followers.
Oh,
and
wow.
What it is him and his young daughter, they do, I guess, kind of karaoke in the car, but they act it out as if it was like a music video. So they've been doing things where they're singing songs, and then when it gets to the lines, like if it's gangster rap, some of the hard parts, the father moves away and the girl starts rapping some of the hard stuff, or even like if they're doing Slipknot or something, the really intense parts of a song, a bridge, if you will, something like that. The girl does it, and it's enjoyable, and it's kind of cute to see. It's like, oh, that's a kind of a cool thing that a father and daughter could get together and do, right? Well, it's blown up because artists have been, when they're in Australia, have reached out to them and said, hey, I saw you did a video with one of my songs. I'd like to do something with you.
That's cool. And
who would turn that down? Right?
Why not? Good exposure.
Yeah. So I had a couple artists there. The newest one came out and I said, oh my goodness, this is fantastic. Check this out. Oh, my favorite song.
From the depths of the sea, back to the rock, Snoop Dog, the doc went so on the ass, and then still the same. Goes up beaches, the spot where my server came. Follow me, but you bet not slip, cause 9 tricks ain't the gives in for me to close out my grip. So I ain't holding nothing back, and once again I got 5 on the 20 sack. It's like that, and as a matter of fact, cause I never hesitate to put a fool on his back.
Nice.
So keep out the manuscript. You see that this must be drop gangster. What's my name?
Yeah, he reached out to them.
That stuff's good. That stuff's real good. I hate, and this is funny because, well, first of all, I introduced the kids this week. We watched the Family Guy Star Wars episodes, which are hilarious. I introduced them to Robot Chicken because we were watching some of that stuff. But I got them listening to epic rap battles of history. I forgot Snoop was Moses. And we were laughing so hard at some of those things. But this kind of stuff is fine. When you get your kids involved and you're doing these kinds of things, I'm okay with. Me and my daughter were doing, we were listening to the Hamilton soundtrack on the way back to the house in the car. And we were doing, there's a song with it, they all yell boom. But I kept doing it like in the car. When I would sing along with her, I'd go, I give it 5 booms. And she goes, I hate those guys.
Everyone hates those guys.
And I wanted to high five my kids so much. I was like, thank God. So then we kept doing like super chocolate chunk cookies. So like we kept doing that.
I love the comments.
I love that.
Like these the typical Northeast East Coast douchebags. They're from Boca Raton, Florida.
Right.
They're not from up here.
Mm-mm. But yeah, to find out my kid hates them, I'm like, oh, there's a God.
Everyone hates them. Even Costco doesn't allow them to use their branding anymore.
We're Costco guys.
They've gotten thrown. There's some stories where they've gotten thrown out of some Costcos.
Really?
Because of that. Yeah. which is weird because remember a while ago when that was going on, we found that Asian girl and she calls herself the Costco Ho.
Oh, wow.
She's Korean, I think. She's over in the West Coast, and she would go to Costco's on the West Coast and then to Japan and Korea. She would go to those Costco's and she would go and review Asian authentic or exclusive products that Costco was carrying. And she goes in there and she goes like, yeah, we got this bag of, whatever. And she would squat down and drop it low and go, like that. And then go and do a review. And you're like, they liked her. They did stuff with her. They hated the Boom guys.
Oh, those guys were annoying.
What does that say about it?
Well, I'm just glad my kids hate it. Like I said, this kind of content when you got
I love this
getting
stuff.
your kids involved. At some point they're going to want to be on the internet. They want to do stuff. That is good. That I like.
Pat DeRose in the chat saying Snoop performed at the Australian Rules Football Super Bowl over the weekend. Okay, that makes sense why he was down there then.
He'll do everything.
And did that collab with them, which is fantastic. Good on him to do that. And I know a lot of people give Snoop shit. Oh, he sold out once the Hot Pockets thing became a thing. He's doing stuff with Martha Stewart. Name another rapper. All right. It's a very, very small percentage of rapper, even artists that have managed to have this kind of longevity and reinventing themselves in all different aspects of pop culture, not just for their music. Snoop Dogg was a on the street or whatever announcer for the Olympics in Paris. He's been bumped up to one of the main hosts outside of sports commentary for NBC for the LA Olympics in 2028.
I was going to say the only one I can think of is maybe Ice Cube.
Yeah,
because movies, done TVs, done, he still has his
works for Minecraft right now, denying insurance
customer
claims.
Service. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He just did a show where he had Eazy-E's son on stage with him.
Interesting.
And that I don't remember what they were doing NWA songs, and his son sounds almost like his dad.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah. And and Ice Cube was promoting something today that he has a show in Dallas Fort Worth. He's like, this is going to be one of the biggest shows of my career. And he was teasing some kind of surprise, but wouldn't say what it is. He's like, you got to be there to see it. That's all he was saying.
I was going to say, yeah, he's in Oklahoma, I think, on Saturday.
So, yeah, they call him, they call the kid Little Easy. Well, he's not a kid. He's a grown man, but they call him Little Easy. And the father is Big Easy. And Ice Cube had him on stage performing Easy's stuff. And apparently went over really well. So that I kind of like.
That's cool.
I think that is kind of cool. So we'll see if more stuff comes around. I'll bring it to the show. We have to do the obligatory.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
Know where you and Joe stand. Your past is TNA, but your present is NXT.
Okay. So this lady here used to be the TNA champion. TNA is a different wrestling organization, but they have an agreement with WWE's NXT minor league program where they've been doing character sharing. Like some of the wrestlers go over to TNA, some of the TNA wrestlers come to WWE and they wrestle. Some of the TNA wrestlers used to be in the WWE, so they get introduced by their TNA names, not their WWE names, which has been fun to watch. It's just bizarre seeing all of this. Well, they're leading up to a giant pay-per-view, PLE, that they took the name Invasion. And the last time WWE did Invasion was 2002 when WWE bought WCW.
Right.
And then the faction split where it was Team WCW, ECW versus WWE. And the winner of the fights and everything will run the company. So they're doing that now for the minor league here. So it's TNA, WWE, NXT's Invasion.
Okay.
So the last couple weeks, WWE people have been showing up on TNA and blindsiding the TNA wrestlers, causing a big brawl. Every episode that they've been doing has ended in a brawl where the announcers don't know what to do and there's just fights breaking out, and that's how it ends. Then the TNA wrestlers would invade WWE and they would be beating the shit out of the WWE people, and that's going on. So it's been fun watching all of this stuff. Now, the problem is they're making their teams. They're drawing the lines. Who's going to compete in this pay-per-view for which side? This lady right here, the blonde lady, her name is Jordan Grace. She was the former TNA women's champion. I don't know her name. I apologize, but she's the current TNA Women's Champion. Jordynne Grace lost the title, signed a deal with WWE. She's official WWE property.
Okay.
Joe Hendry has a deal with WWE NXT, even though he's doing TNA both. Mm-hmm. He was the former men's TNA World Heavyweight Champion. Now he's with WWE. So as the lines are being drawn and the teams are forming, the two that are being left out on a lot of stuff is Jordynne Grace and Joe Hendry, because everybody looks at them as traitors because they were on both properties. So they don't know what's going on here. This is just bringing you up to speed on the storyline. So she's explaining to Jordynne Grace, people have a problem. They don't know where you stand.
Right. But your president is NXT. Y'all don't know where I stand or Joe Henry.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Love it.
Yeah. The rest of the storyline you don't need to know about.
I don't even care. Just like when he shows up.
So every
time a fun bit.
Every time a Joe Hendry thing shows up, I have to make sure that we get it for Jordan.
Yeah, of course.
I'm going to play the skateboard ads for you. And look at the list here. You have the access to the list outside of the Halloween stuff. See if there's anything there that. I got to show you the game trailer too. We can do that after this. But see if there's anything else you'd like to throw in there before we go to segment 2.
Okay.
You would be so kind. This is a skateboard company out on the West Coast that I found randomly one day, and I started investigating. They make their own ads.
Okay.
And I am a big fan of companies that are self-made, small mom and pop style businesses that go and make their own ads instead of trying to buy radio time or television time, because an agency can be costly to get that kind of stuff done, and you might not get the return that you need because you're not spending enough money for that stuff. And these small businesses just don't have that kind of money to do all of that stuff. So when they have to go and do it themselves, what do? They get creative. And some of these have been fantastic. Now, this skateboard company, again, West Coast company, this is 3 different ads mixed together. Take a look.
See here real quick.
Hey, boo! You know where you at? Make sure to look both ways before you're crossing the street, boo. Safety first, my boy.
Nah. Oh, that's funny.
And Boss Boards live on the World Market.
That's the name of the company.
No way.
That's a sick ass board, bro.
For real, you fucking with it?
Yeah.
You can have it, bro.
Oh, thanks. But I really wish I could say it.
You can say it, man.
World Market. It's the world, and y'all just living in it.
Hey, yo, the kick flip.
Available now. All right, that one got me.
So it's that guy, that the black guy there. He owns the company. He makes it. He started making these skateboard decks with that name out of a storage rental space. He had his shop in there, and he would make it, and he started making these things, and it blew up online so much that he's having trouble keeping up with it. So he does these updates. He's like, dude, it's a work night. He's like, I'm trying to get it all done here. It's like everybody else's orders are done. The new stuff's coming out. We're trying, so he does those little interstitial things, and then he makes these ads, and they're hilarious. And I'm sitting there when he's really, like,
that last one was good.
He gives the little white kid permission to say the N-word, and it cuts off right before the kid says it. Smart, because that kid won't get beat up in school.
Yeah.
But then the midget throwing the big skateboard at him, and it turns out it's the little finger deck. Yeah. That's so go support that skateboard company. Even if you just buy it to hang it on your wall to show your friends, whatever, get a t-shirt, go support them. This is one of the times where I won't say the name, but you saw it on the screen. If you're not on if you're on the radio, this is one of the reasons why you should subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can see all of that stuff.
That's really good.
In that same vein of smaller companies and smaller businesses making their own commercials, this is a restaurant that is in California called It's in Bakersfield, California. It's called Huevo House Cafe.
Ooh, meth capital.
All right. Is that really?
No, Bakersfield is pretty methy.
Okay. Was not aware.
Yeah.
But if you happen to be cruising through the area, maybe to, whatever your business is in Bakersfield, make sure to stop at Huevo House Cafe and take a look at this.
Here's that classic cheeseburger you asked for. Oh, thank you, but I didn't want cheese. All right, I'll get that fixed for you right now. I bet you thought I was going to throw this cheeseburger, but that's not the type of restaurant we are.
That was good. Yeah, because I've seen those ones where they're
she slapped him.
You throw the ice cream in the people's
just open face slapped her across the
face. Right across the face.
Hey, Homer's in here. Hi, buddy. Yeah, meth capital of California.
Yep.
Was not aware. All right. Learned something new. Did you have anything that you wanted to look at?
Gabby had posted a video a story the other day about pan dulce, which is a sweet bread in Mexico, and I commented on it. So I'm looking at the list here, and I think in honor of Gabby, I want to see some Mexican dance moves.
Mexican dance moves, it is.
I'm going to show you 3 moves. Then when you get up on the dance floor to dance some old school hip hop, you'll be able to get down just like Lencho Brown. First move we're going to do is starting your lawnmower move. This one you just got to go. You got to pull it. You got to pull it. You got to pull it. Second move we're going to do is the cheers. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. The final move is Lencho Brown sprinklers. You got to make sure you hit it to the right. Boom. And then do a little bit of a deep, baby, deep to the left. Everybody likes Kung Fu fighting. So let's put it all together now, just like a Mexican combination plate, and see how it turns out.
God, that works so well.
It does.
Good for him. That's awesome.
Yeah. What was his name there? Oh, wait. Bring that up there. Let's support him. Lencho_Brown_ on Instagram.
Good stuff.
Very
like
funny. He reminds me of, have you ever seen the guys that go around to randomly mow lawns and clean up properties?
Oh, I love watching those videos.
Yeah, there's 2 different accounts that I follow. One was helping an old lady that had no money to get anything done and raised a ton of money online for her while he fixed her property for free.
I always like the ones where they do that, and then the officials, the cops have to come and tell them to stop because I guess it's against city ordinance because the city's trying to fine her for the problem.
Mm-hmm.
It's fuck off. I'm just gonna do the work.
Yeah,
get over it.
Good on him. Good on him.
Love those videos.
Some video game stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're gonna get into the Xbox stuff in just
a lot of video game stuff in the next segment.
So this showed up recommended to me on Steam. There is a trailer for a game called No, I'm Not a Human.
Okay.
Let's take a look. It looks like one of the creepy anomaly games that I like. Don't go outside. I hate that. Scenes where you're looking out a window and something's out there. That fucking freaks me out more than savage slasher horror movie killing things.
You know what the other one is? The long hallway where someone's sitting in the living room in a bright lit hallway. They look down the hallway and it's all dark, and then all of a sudden you kind of slightly see something shift, and you're like, "Oh fuck, no, gotta get out."
To be honest, I thought that Skinamarink movie was going to be like that. And that turned out to be a big pile of shit.
Interesting.
Look at the art style with it.
Oh my god.
photos of these people to see if they're really like a human being or an anomaly or something. There just seems to be no hope or life in this game.
All right.
I wanted to get your thoughts on that.
I mean, that looks interesting. It looks like Deep Sea Homer's playing it.
Oh, you've been playing it. Okay, good on you. Are you enjoying it? Because I added it to my wish list. I might.
Which, by the way, we found out last night that I can go onto Eric's Steam account. Well, look at his account and look at his wish list. So I'm like, oh, well, I guess that's another reason to not maybe put stuff on there that you don't want people to see.
I'm not embarrassed by anything.
I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying as a general warning to the public, that stuff can be seen.
Yeah,
it's quite interesting.
Go. I forgot what name I use on Steam, but if you find me, go ahead and look at my wish list. Perhaps there's something there that might entice you to buy it. But yeah, I saw that game and I was like, I wonder if Jordan would be.
That's something I would play. I like all that kind of stuff. Deep Sea saying, yeah, it's interesting. I mean, it looks. I like those kind of like, story based, clicky type games. So like those things I like. I'll play that.
Well, since we did that, what if we did one for good measure? Remember when we were doing the creepy AI horror games? We still have a list of ones that we haven't touched.
We have a bunch, yeah.
Maybe there's one we could play here to round out this segment before going to break.
Okay.
I'll give you the selection for these horror games.
Okay.
We have the birthday celebration.
Mm-hmm.
We have the circus.
Mm-hmm.
We have the game console. We have your dog. We have the email, and we have that's a job version. Oh, there's the game version and there's the job versions.
Let's do the game console version since we were talking about games. We'll round this out and then we'll go right into some video game talk in the next segment. So let's do the game console.
Okay, let's do the game console. Here we go.
Wake up and find a video game console you've never seen before in front of the door. You're not in your world anymore. You'll have no choice but to play. Open the box and connect the console to the nearest TV. Here are the rules. 1. The game will already be running when you power it on. The language will be unrecognizable, but your hands will know what to do. No need to question, just focus. 2. Don't lose. Not even once. No second chances. If you see...
Wow.
Yeah, that's it. You get once.
Yeah, it's like you die in real life if you die in the game.
Game over, you're done for. No one can save you, not even me. 3, do not get distracted by your surroundings. No matter what you hear, no matter who says your name, just focus on the game, nothing else. 4, if a second controller appears, do not touch it.
If it just shows up floating in the air.
Do not acknowledge it. Just pause the game and wait for it to disappear. If it starts moving on its own, scream as loud as you can. Once you complete the game, you'll be back home. Good luck.
Wow.
That's it. Those are the rules.
Good luck.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah.
All right.
Well, Baxley's like, the game is Bart versus the Space Mutants. We're all fucked. Or you have to get through the sled level on Battletoads. Good luck, everybody.
You have to get through the sewer level of the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game.
Or the entire first Mega Man game. Those things were hard.
Or trying to complete Gauntlet.
Oh, God. I don't think I've ever completed Gauntlet.
No.
I love that.
Homer is talking about his Steam wish list, and he goes, I better hide all of my X-rated games. Well, funny you say that, Homer, because what was the 2 games that were found on your list? One you brought to the show.
Date Everything was the one I brought to the show. And then the other one was the Colonel Sanders KFC dating simulator.
Yeah, that made
which is free on Steam if you guys want to check out going to a culinary school where you try to date a young, swarthy Colonel Sanders. It's hilarious.
Go look for that. I'm sure it's on sale for $2 now.
No, the Colonel Sanders one is free. The Date Everything I still think is like $20-$30. Yeah.
What a world we live in. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, segment 2, television, movie, streaming updates. We'll be right back.
More, it's Eric Nagel. It's Eric Nagel. Next.